I love waking up. I love waking up. See some piss in my cup.
Damn. He's fucking.
Nothing better than a warm cup of piss to start this day.
That's Sinatra right there, folks.
That's the guy who died.
Which one?
It's cold outside.
Died?
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
What the fuck was that guy's name? Pavlov?
Padlov. The fuck?
Pavlov. Pavlov the dog slayer.
Oh man, we're saving this riff. Piss in my cup, and I'll drink it up. Every morning starts with a hot cup of piss. I just take a piss in my coffee mug.
This is
The one with Garfield chasing pizza on the front. And I know a cup of Joe won't do me the same as that sweet lemonade. Baby, 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 won't you move into my house and piss in my cup? I need something to wake me up, and nothing works like piss in a cup.
yeah.
So baby, come and piss in my cup. Yeah, 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 yeah. Piss in a cup. Drinking it up.
Oh.
I can't think of anything else but piss in a cup. Darling young lady, won't you come here and save me? I need piss in a cup. Welcome to the Uncle Bill Show.
Fucking clipping the mic already, huh?
Oh yeah, let me switch this to Mike. The only show where you
And you.
No, just you.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's just us today.
Or, shit. Fuck. It hasn't been a minute. It'll be fine. Keep it rolling, Bob.
All right, where do you want to start?
What about that song you just wrote?
Oh, that's going in there.
Alright,
The only
cool.
show where you piss in a cup.
What do you got on the checklist there, buddy?
I got a few. I don't necessarily want to go in the order that I wrote it, though. I want to save the best for the best time. So let's start with the Rust Armor charged with manslaughter and tampering.
What the fuck?
So
What happened?
you remember?
Also, what a great topic to start on.
Fuck, how long ago was that? Was that 2019?
I don't know.
When Alec Baldwin shot that guy?
Oh! Excuse me. Fuck, I forgot about that.
That chick, the armor, she was found guilty for manslaughter and tampering with the evidence.
What?
Yeah, so from what I read, not only did she get caught tampering with the gun, like loading it before the literal shoot.
Shit. Oh.
But she also tampered with it, like the evidence.
Afterwards?
Yeah, like during the investigation.
To try and make it... Oh, so she wanted... For what? What did...
I don't know. Trying to clear herself or something?
Well, no, I mean, like...
She's obviously guilty.
But...
As much as I love the memes of Alec Baldwin shooting a person, it wasn't his fault.
No, and I feel so bad because he has to live with that for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
His short life. Oh.
Yeah, much longer life than any of his brothers, that's for sure.
They all seem like... Actually, I don't know. I've heard mixed things. I was going to say they all seem like nice people, but I also think I've heard that they're all very, very conceited.
Yeah, no, Alec Baldwin's definitely a douche.
Alright, we're going to get defamation charges. He's allegedly a douche.
He's allegedly a douche. Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know if that makes it better. Anyway, he's a douche in Minecraft.
Anyway, I'm excited for Rust. Are you?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Wait, that was being shot in 2019, right?
I think.
How? It's been a bit... Well, it does take years to make movies, but like...
Did that guy die? He died?
The guy that got shot?
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be a blank. I'm pretty sure he was aiming at like a fatal spot.
Oof.
I think he shot him right in the face. Hold on.
No, not in the face.
Maybe it was either heart or lung, and he died on the spot.
Yeah, no, when the news came out about that, I was like, that bitch definitely fucked with the... Because she was, like, goofing around with it, admittedly. Fucking shooting at shit beforehand.
Just in my search history, did Alec Baldwin kill that guy?
Did Alec Baldwin kill that guy?
What to know about the fatal shooting on Alec Baldwin's Rust movie set? Fatal shooting. He died. Fatality.
Rest in peace. Fatality. For the Mortal Kombat 1 game.
Alec Baldwin to be charged with manslaughter. Fuck you. Oh, that was in...
Alec Baldwin to be announced in Combat Pack 1.
His only move is pulling out a gun. He just keeps shooting and reloading a pistol.
Pop! Fatality. Just replace Stryker with Alec Baldwin.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Oh my god, PC modders, dude.
Yeah, no, fucking get on that.
Alright, PC modders, you heard it.
Make a mod pack. We had Alec Baldwin as Stryker and... Fuck, that... It's gonna go over a lot of people's heads, never mind. It's gonna be a meat joke from Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
This one's pretty relevant to this morning. I went outside at some point, probably around 10 a.m.
Oh, right, you were up all night.
Mm-hmm. And I go out and it was like blinding outside. I don't know if you noticed that. It was like, it looked like a solar flare, but even brighter than a solar flare. I'm like, god damn, did Beetlejuice already go supernova? Because I don't know if you heard about this. Beetlejuice may go supernova. Like soon.
Tomorrow?
Could be.
Fuck yes.
I
don't have to go to work, dude.
Yeah. No, so what I read was Beetlejuice. Oh, you almost got me there.
Oh, that was stupid.
The scientists studying Beetlejuice noticed that it was acting strangely, like kind of going faint and then getting bright again.
Yeah.
They said it could go supernova at any minute, causing neutrino rain for Earth.
That's
which is the least of our problems.
I was gonna... What's the... You're hitting me with science words.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I didn't even look up what
mean.
neutrino rain is. What is neutrino rain? When cosmic rays strike Earth atmosphere, they produce air showers containing atmospheric muons and neutrinos, tiny, nearly massless particles that rain down on Earth. The atmospheric neutrinos are then detected by the Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory at the South Pole.
In English.
Wow, there's like no layman's term for neutrino rain. I don't know, but it sounds scary. Massless particles.
Okay, so it's just gonna be heavy rain,
Oh, really?
I guess.
Okay.
Nearly massless particles. They're just gonna be light rain, basically. They don't produce any changes in our bodies. Cool. Fucking, we're not gonna die.
But they did say that neutrino rain would be the least of the problems if Beetlejuice does explode.
Well, yeah, won't we just get a fucking heat wave like crazy?
I know we've been getting
probably die.
we've been getting a lot of solar flares lately. Well, that's just from our sun.
Yeah.
That's on a supernova, but even a fucking solar flare is.
Man, can you imagine if the sun blows up before we get to 2077? I want to live through Cyberpunk.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
What?
I want some fucking cool gizmos on my body. I want body mods, alright? I want a new eyeball. I want a better back. I need
Did
a
you
hip
watch
replacement.
Did you watch the Boba Fett show?
I haven't even seen The Mandalorian, dog.
Boba Fett
Which-
was so bad. They have what they call modders in there,
Yeah.
which are straight out of Cyberpunk. But they're on Tatooine, dressed like fucking 1980s British punks, like with the
Whoa.
studded black leather fucking vests and shit and chains.
What?
and- yeah, and then they ride these fucking scooters that are like shiny as shit. And it's funny because they're like, we don't have water. How the fuck do you keep your scooter so clean on Tatooine? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. High pressure air hoses.
You have to watch it. It's fucking ridiculous.
That,
No, actually, don't watch it. I can't wish that on anybody.
damn. I heard it was bad from multiple sources, so maybe I just steer clear. Maybe I watch all of Naruto again instead of watching any other movie or show that I should keep,
I can't tell how many times I've binged Dragon Ball or Cowboy Bebop or Evangelion.
I need to watch Cowboy Bebop again, but I also I need to stop watching shit again and just buckle down and I have a list, Bill.
So a lot of the stuff I've been watching, like rewatching, is because I'm getting Sierra to watch it.
Okay.
So there's that.
Get that one caught up on the new time. Yeah, I need to watch the Godfather movies, fucking like all of those and like the
Have fun. They're long.
Oh, I know, but I'm down. I like long movies, dude. I like being able to sit there and just absorb things for a while.
Oh yeah, there's
I
a
like
lot of
getting
absorbing
immersed
in those
in the
movies.
world. It's a lot of content.
I do have to rewatch them too. It's been a minute.
I need to watch Goodfellas.
I'm at the point now where I can't remember which one was the best one. Probably the first. Goodfellas. I did watch. I had Sierra watch Goodfellas right after you guys left
Joe Pesci
last
is so
week.
cool, man. Joe Pesci's such a cool guy.
How am I funny?
He's just he's got
No. Tell me, how am I funny? What am I funny like a clown?
You sound like Chaozu.
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 Why does that sound familiar? Chaozu.
Fucking Dragon Ball.
Oh wait.
Tien.
Oh.
The little white guy.
No. That's not what Chaozu sounds like.
How am I funny?
How am I funny, Tien? That's
Funny
Chaozu.
like a clown?
It's Joe Pesci pitched up about 3 octaves.
Well, I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
This one I wanted to talk about last week. I had it written down, but I fucking forgot. And of all people, Vito brings it up on his show.
What was it?
So, a Penn State professor got caught with his dog.
Right! Holy shit! I forgot about this. You were talking about that at work. Yeah. When was this?
Like, last week.
Yeah, like, okay. We were talking about this at work, and I forgot who brought it up. It was the new guy. Never mind. I was gonna say he's the only person who would have brought that up.
Yeah, I think it was in Rothrock?
Yeah, probably. I believe that's...
It's up there, like Pine Grove Mountain.
Yeah, man.
And, yeah, so he would take his dog up there, the dog, and then he's, like, getting away with it, but he kept coming back to the same spot to his dog.
Why didn't he just... Oh, I guess he probably had a family.
Yeah, it was like he was
So why didn't he just do it at
stressed out and couldn't take it out on his wife, so he just took it out on his dog
home? I don't understand.
in a public park.
Maybe it was the thrill, you know?
He said he told the cops it was to relieve stress.
What?
But yeah, they caught him on a trail cam. And he's like, when the cops were like asking him about it or whatever, he's like, just kill me now. My life is over. Just kill me. He's like begging them to kill him.
He should have just reached for the gun. That's all you gotta do to get
That is
killed
all
by
you
the
gotta
police.
do.
Reach for the gun. Multiple times. Keep trying. You'll get there eventually. You got it, buddy. Just triggers right there. You almost got it.
Fucking so close to home with that one.
Yeah, right.
Well, no. I don't mean it like that. I mean it happened right in our neighborhood.
Yeah, you don't have a dog. Hell, I don't have a dog. It's probably for the best.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
I just want to fuck canines. Who can relate? I feel like I'm out of my mind. This logic came out as a dog fucker.
God damn it. Alright. So let's warm up. You said you had a rant to go on?
Bro, yeah, kind of. I had I went out and got fucking yogurt today. That's the second time I called it ice cream to myself. It was yogurt, not ice cream. I saw the flavor was vanilla, and then on my walk home from Walmart was just getting pissed off because of how the kink community ruined vanilla by making it a bland normie dealio. So you know,
Vanilla, like...
guys that like missionary.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Or even girls that like missionary. Basically people that don't explore their sexuality or whatever. They took vanilla and they ruined it. Vanilla's genuinely good. Vanilla's a genuinely good flavor, and they besmirched
I think you're
its
overthinking
name.
this.
I'm not, I promise. They've hurt me, man. They've hurt me for the last time.
I'm gonna do something irrational.
I love vanilla, man. I also like getting pegged. So
Jesus.
I'm sorry. That's not even true. It's not true though. I've never been pegged. So I don't know. But we'll find out after these messages.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have any messages because
Alright,
we
cool.
don't have sponsors.
$5,000 donation. I'll get pegged on the podcast 3 times.
All right. Well, $5,000, guys. Let's work toward it.
Do it live on Pornhub.
I got some Uber stories. Let's start with the first one. Did you see that? Oh shit! Did you see that seat cover in my car
I don't think so.
that I was
Yeah.
sitting on?
Maybe.
Not a
I
seat
didn't really
cover.
fucking pay attention, but
So, I was doing a bunch of like airport rides, and I look in the back seat. I was like clearing out seats for passengers later, and somebody left this. It looked like a blanket wrapped up in the back, right, folded up. I'm like, oh, just move this up front so people can sit back there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, like, when people need to sit up front, you know, that's taking up space up there now. So I was like, I'm gonna unfold this thing and like lay it over my seat so it's not in the way.
Yeah.
It was not a blanket. Turned out to be a Muslim prayer rug.
Jesus Christ. And you're just using it as a seat cover?
I was about to say, not only am I probably going to go to a Christian hell, but I might also go to a Muslim hell for farting on a fucking sacred rug
You
for the
farted
last couple days.
Holy shit, I didn't even cross my mind. That you might have just ripped ass on that thing several times.
I know I did a couple times after
Do
McDonald's.
Muslims believe in hell? Or is there a Muslim hell?
You know, I don't know how that works.
Curious.
I read some parts of the Quran.
The Quran states that God will judge each individual by his or her deeds, and that heaven awaits those in hell. So, yeah, there's a hell.
But, like, how bad is their hell?
I don't know. Do you want me to go into fucking lore on this?
May as well. I already know Catholic hell's pretty awful.
Yeah, Catholic hell's just... That's stupid, man.
Christian hell is just about as bad.
Yeah. The Catholics and Christians are... I don't know why they couldn't just stick together. What is the main difference between those two?
One's very watered down.
Catholics?
No, Christians.
Christians, okay.
Oh, dude, if you
I
read
was raised
like
Catholic.
if
but-
you read like Catholicism, like it's you've seen Hellraiser, right?
I don't watch cinema.
You've never seen Hellraiser?
Bro, I'm sorry. I've seen
oh
like...
my god.
I think I've seen like a 10-20 minute snippet because I was sitting down with my brother and sisters were watching it, and then I just was like too young but also didn't care and wanted to go play on my Game Boy.
Catholic hell, from what I've read, is basically like Hellraiser.
Jesus, where?
And that being said, you have to watch Hellraiser now.
Alright, well, you know, we're just gonna get a movie list going.
We do need a movie list for sure.
So you wanted to know how bad Islamic, you know, hell type
Oh, did you find it?
dealio.
Oh god, we aren't gonna get fatwa'd on here, are we?
Now we're fine. Sure. The punishment and suffering in hell in mainstream Islam is physical, psychological, and spiritual, and varies according to the sins of the condemned person. Its excruciating pain and horror described in the Quran often parallels the pleasure of the delights of paradise. So,
It's like a very simple version of our hell.
the word excruciating in there is just kind of like...
What, in Christian hell isn't excruciating?
Well, definitely. Well, okay, and then you get into the fucking circles, which that was what, Greek or not Greek? The 9 circles.
Oh, the 9 circles of hell? Yeah, that's Greek.
Okay.
There's Hades. Or was it Hades?
No.
What was his name?
Well, Hades is the god of the underworld, but he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's Hades, Zeus, and Poseidon are the 3 brothers.
So, more Uber rides.
Yeah, go for that.
Last night I had this passenger. He's like, if you were offered an all expense paid trip, would you rather go to Europe or to the moon?
The moon?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you want me to answer this?
Yeah, you can go ahead. I gave him my answer already.
To Europe or the moon? All expense paid trip? How long am I there?
Oh shit, he did say Europe for 13 days and the moon for 13 hours.
Yeah, Europe for 13 days.
You're up for 13 days?
Yeah, because, eventually, what's going to happen is I'm going to go to Europe, and I'm going to get big and famous in Europe, and then I'm going to meet Elon Musk, and I'm going to fly to the moon. Anyway,
Fair.
so...
Fair. My thought process was I at least won't get kidnapped and sex trafficked on the moon.
You don't know that.
Them damn moon people.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, that's
The
right.
moon
Sex
goblins.
trafficking is a real problem on the moon.
Yeah.
But, as long as the moon isn't created by the guy who made that submarine,
Yeah.
or the rocket to the moon isn't, should be good.
Wait, that's submarine, man. You wanna?
Oh, we'll get to that. I want to finish this, though.
Oh, that's a
'Cause,
good tale.
I don't even remember what segued into that, but he started asking me who would win in the upcoming cage match. I don't know if you've heard. Mark Zuckerberg.
Wait, that's happening?
that is actually
I thought
happening.
that was a meme.
No, it's actually
Ooh.
happening. I thought it started out as a meme,
Same.
and then they're like, "Oh yeah, no, we're actually gonna do it." And they've been like sharing like
Footage of them
footage
training.
of them training
Whoa.
for the cage match.
When is it?
I don't know when. I'm gonna keep updated on it though.
Part of me believes that Musk is gonna win, but the other part of me is like Zuckerberg is definitely a fucking robot, so he might actually.
So he's like, I'm betting on Zuckerberg because he's a fucking Muay Thai black belt.
Is
You
he?
gotta- Yeah, he is. Yeah,
That makes sense.
and I'm like,
Muay Thai, Jesus, that's a brutal one for Zucky boy.
yeah,
I would expect like maybe judo or something. That's
Right.
fucking wild.
but I was like, regardless of his belt color, he has a titanium exoskeleton.
Does he?
Yeah, so if fucking Elon punches him, he's crippling his hand.
Holy shit. Oh my god. I love that the entirety of like the lower half of millennials and all of Gen Z believe that Zuckerberg is a fucking robot.
I see a lot of people say he's reptilian, but I think that's a little out there.
That's stupid. I think
He's
actually
definitely
does.
a robot.
I think he's definitely done some cybernetic implants and shit.
Like, absolutely, I think, so this is my theory. I believe there's a lot of Zuckerbergs. Because have you ever noticed, he's in a lot of places at the same time.
I don't pay attention to him.
He can
I
be...
promise.
they got a Zuck model that goes and appears at court meetings. Or court hearings or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, what did he say? He's like, how would you feel if, how did you ever watch that trial about, what was it, like, invading privacy or something? They're like, oh, how would you feel if your privacy was invaded while you're looking at women's underwear or something? And then Zuckerberg's like, I'm like, oh shit, I think he glitched. No. You never seen that?
No, they just hit him with a curveball and his fucking protocols went all out of
He was in the
whack.
middle of drinking water, and then I think it went down the wrong pipe and fried something. Like maybe a circuit got wet. And he's like,
You'd think he would actually leave circuits open like that, though. He's not that dumb. No, I think they just threw him a curveball, and his
I think the real Zuckerberg is the hive mind that controls social media.
it's the
He's
real
not a
Zuckerberg.
physical,
man
Zuck.
hooked up to tubes and wires in a big room next to a computer.
Oh no, he's not even physical. He's just a hive mind. He is the internet, like Skynet, except it's called Metaverse.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh yeah, I wrote an entire comic about the fall of humanity to
Just wanted to
Metaverse.
casually bring out your new comic.
But no doubt they probably built a Zuckerberg for combat. Then you got Virtual Zuck that shows up in the Metaverse as an
Virtual.
avatar.
Virtual Zuck boy. The virtual boy.
But yeah, no, there are plenty of Zuckerbergs out there, and surely there is a combat prototype that will be fighting in the cage match against Elon Musk, and it might be deadly. We might lose Elon.
I don't give a shit about that.
Because then again, Zuckerberg is a robot created by man, or maybe man, maybe even the hive mind itself. But
Allegedly.
Elon Musk builds his own robotic implants. So
Are we
he's
dealing with like Dr. Gero shit here?
Dr. Gero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, essentially.
They're gonna turn themselves into androids full blown.
Yeah, no, Elon's basically like Dr. Gero. Although
Zuck.
Dr. Gero did get murdered by the androids.
Yeah, because he kept. Well, he just sucked,
He did.
and they realized that they were stronger than him.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do is just have a
Goku took out his entire army when he was like 8.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we don't know if any of this is true, by the way. Zuck might not be a robot.
Oh, I believe he's a robot.
Okay, well, I'm trying to
There's no
not
doubt.
get defamation lawsuits.
That's not grounds for defamation.
Are you sure?
Everyone calls him a robot.
That's fair. Still want to throw in Minecraft
But
in there. Maybe a couple of them.
yeah, no, we just got into talking about how fucking everybody turns everything into a boxing match now since iDubbbz.
Yeah, there's been a lot of like internet fighting.
Yeah.
Like genuinely
Like,
people being
like-
like, yeah, let's box.
Well, to be fair,
I think Sam Hyde was one of the ones that like was part of that original crew though, not with iDubbbz, because he did a fight with who the fuck did he face?
so Sam Hyde, iDubbbz went
That's
over
the
to do that
Candyman.
documentary with Sam Hyde, and then they had that boxing match under the bridge, and then after that, iDubbbz was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do Creator Clash."
Yeah, 'cause Sam Hyde's been training in this kind of shit for a while.
Oh yeah. He trained
I am Thompson.
what's his face from the fucking
Fuck.
Epic Meal Time.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. He
I was
trained
just,
him.
it's such a simple name.
And that was the dumbest thing, because I don't know if you followed up on the Creator Clash 2 drama.
No. Oh,
So-
was that because his fucking he was like, don't say anything about my fucking wife or whatever.
It was before that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was the?
So in Creator Clash 1, Sam Hyde trained Epic Meal Time. And that was all fine and dandy. Everything went pretty smoothly until Sam Hyde, he bought tickets for Creator Clash. Showed up there with his friends, right?
Yeah.
And then at the very last minute, as he was on his way there, iDubbbz had him blacklisted from the event. Because iDubbbz was like butthurt that his documentary didn't go the way he wanted it to, so he used this as like kind of a gotcha at Sam Hyde.
What the fuck?
Yeah, which is a real bitch move.
Yeah, because that
Like he
documentary
hadn't
was
even
still
said
golden.
anything. This is before he was even like, "Oh yeah, your wife's a whore." This is before that. This is why he started saying that.
Yeah.
Because out of nowhere, iDubbbz just started this shit with him.
Yeah. Oh, his name's
'Cause-
Harley.
If you want to go really back, Sam Hyde finally released his part of the documentary,
Yeah.
where it's the full interview between him and iDubbbz. And iDubbbz is like, "Oh, I'm gonna make you look like an asshole," blah 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 blah, because he's like you flagged one of my videos on YouTube, or copyright claimed one of my videos on YouTube, and it was when he was doing Kickstarter crap, and I think there was a Kickstarter up that Sam Hyde had something to do with, but you know Sam Hyde, he does this shit as like a very clever joke.
Yeah. it's so satirical that it stops being satire and evolves into a completely new thing.
Yeah.
That nobody can
So
exactly
iDubbbz
explain.
did a Kickstarter crap on his Kickstarter that he made as a
'Cause
joke.
they talked about that in the documentary, right? Like, he
Yeah.
confronted him about it. I'm pretty sure Sam, they just laughed about it, right? They were just like, oh, yeah, but I didn't realize, man, that's my bad, or whatever.
Yeah, I
forget
think
what the fuck
Sam
happened
was very genuine.
It's very hard to tell at this
It's
point,
hard
though.
to tell when he's genuine, but I'm pretty sure, like, he had no beef with iDubbbz.
No, I don't think Sam has a lot of beef in general. I
But
think
at this
a lot
point-
of it is just like,
At this point, Ian was already, like, very turning into a real hypocrite because he couldn't handle the fucking, Sam Hyde's jokes and shit.
yeah.
So his whole idea was to come and do this documentary and edit it out in a way that Sam Hyde would look like an asshole.
Mhm.
And he says that in the interview that Sam Hyde released. He's like, I'm going to make you look like an asshole. And so Sam already knows his intentions for being there, so he didn't let him get the footage that he wanted.
Are you sure he didn't also just cut that out of context?
No, he uploaded like the full interview without any cuts. Ian uploaded the one that was edited to try and make Sam look like an asshole, but again, he couldn't get the footage he wanted, so he was butthurt about that. And then at some point, again, Sam trained one of iDubbbz's fighters. And he comes to the event. He spent thousands of dollars on tickets. Shows up there, and then Ian blacklists him from the event as a way of saying, "Oh, haha, gotcha."
Which,
Like no other reason, just
yeah.
So that's where Sam was basically like, okay, I get it. This guy really actually doesn't like me. And he was pretty pissed off about it. And I think Sam just hopped on the bandwagon of going in on Anissa.
Yes, Scorpion, because I flipped it on him when he came out here to make me look like an asshole. I don't think so, Anissa. Bitch. Ho. Try again, sweetie.
To get to iDubbbz, which is fair.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the videos Anissa. There's a lot of stuff that just shows Anissa is like a real fucking snake. Like she's bad. She's
Bro.
bad. I have to show you some of these
just didn't
videos. She is
because the
awful.
first thing I saw of her was this short of her saying it was like a TikTok basically of her like dancing around and the text and just to music, and then the text was like, it's not all men, not every guy is bad, they're not all out to get you, and then she hits the big bold, but all of my abusers were men, and it's like, are you daft? Like, that's the
Yeah.
stupidest fucking like, yeah, of course they were, but also it's still not all like
I'll have to show you a video at some point, but there's like I found this entire
also she was dancing the whole time, and it was just like really awkward because it was like you got abused and you're just gonna sit there and
well, that's not even the worst. I like
Oh,
I
yeah, well,
said,
no,
I'll
that
show
was
you the
just
video.
the first thing I saw of her that I just didn't really, I was like, are you fucking
There's just a bunch of stuff that like even before Anissa was even dating iDubbbz, like way back, she's just always been a really awful, toxic person.
yeah.
And her entire thing is to just go out there, start drama. Because
I'm sure people change, but we'll see.
no changes as of yet, but fingers crossed that something eventually happens.
Oh, watch, we're gonna get fucking, I don't know.
Well, they can start shit with me all they want.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't care. I don't get on Twitter.
I
I don't use
have
Twitter.
a Twitter, but nobody's ever gonna fucking find it because I have one follower. It's my friend, somebody I know in person.
But yeah, so that's when Sam was just like, "Oh, look at those janky ass teeth, whore, slut, blah 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 blah." You never seen those?
No,
Wait, what?
Dude,
That's essentially what Sam Hyde is known for at this point.
Really?
Calling-
Damn, I know him for some
Calling
gold,
Anissa
then.
like slut and shit.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
No, I don't pay attention to fucking YouTube drama like that as much as I do sometimes.
You
I
said
paid
you were a
attention
huge
to
Sam Hyde fan.
Yeah, but for like other reasons.
Oh, okay.
For his fucking basically Mad TV shit. What the fuck was that called?
Oh, the show he did for Adult Swim?
Yeah, that got canceled.
I looked into that
because
too.
he did actual blackface.
But yeah, no. Anyway, yeah, iDubbbz has just kind of been an entrepreneur of everything, I guess, like the internet boxing and tier lists and
Being a pussy online.
and being a hypocrite.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe pimping my girlfriend out is a good idea.
Jesus Christ.
Who knows? That might catch on. That'll be the new trend.
Oh Lord.
Pimp my girlfriend. Thanks, iDubbbz.
And now, our feature presentation.
So the Titan submarine. Ready for this topic? I have a
time.
lot to say on this.
Time.
It is time
Oh.
to talk about what we've all been waiting for this week. I can't tell if I'm hearing this fucking thing tap. Do I have tape?
Do you want to just rip it out?
Fuck.
No, because it might
This
start
is like a
acting
really
up.
good microphone for when you have a guest.
It's broken.
Yeah, but if I tape it,
Do you have tape?
I don't know. There's got to be a way to tuck it. Can you hear that? Oh no.
Little barely.
Oh, who knows what else has been picking up. There we go. Throw it behind the shoulder.
It's like Anakin's little braid.
Yeah. The Padawan braid.
Yeah. All right.
So the submarine.
Yeah, that one.
I don't feel sorry for these fuckers at all.
Bro, the amount of people that say that, and then there's like there's a fuckload of people online, and that have all just started now. Apparently, have just started being like, it's not funny that somebody died, and it's like,
I was
bro.
seeing that way back when they first went missing. Like people were like, "It could have imploded. That's the best thing that could have happened because they shouldn't be suffering and blah 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 blah."
Yeah, best case scenario, they
Pray
imploded.
for them. I don't pray for stupid.
Yeah, like, well, also, they were billionaires. They could have used a lot of their money to like help out the rest of the world. Because, you don't need that much goddamn fucking money. You're one person.
Yeah.
You're one person. You know what groceries cost for a fucking month?
And
or for a week even?
At
Not
some
too
point
much
he was
when you're that
online.
rich.
He was online starting drama while he was in the sub. Like taking TikToks and starting drama with other celebrities and shit.
What the
Yeah, and
How?
that prompted a lot of the internet to go and like dig into this guy, and apparently he's a piece of shit.
Well, okay,
There's all this stuff coming out about all these girls that he was like stalking and like harassing for a while.
Well, there was a couple people on there.
He's the type of guy who thinks that because he has a lot of money, he can just do whatever
Dude,
he wants.
yeah, well, yeah, that's
Rich
what that
little
kind of
white
shit will do to
kid.
you.
Fucking doucher.
Dude,
Fuck him.
Fucking
Fuck that
fuck
kid.
him. Then there was the
I don't
one
know about the
teenager
other
on
guys,
there.
but fuck that kid especially.
Was it the teenager? He
It's like 19-year-old billionaire. He probably made his living off of fucking scalping PS5s.
Well,
Fuck
one of
him.
them, the one kid didn't want to be there. His dad made him go with him.
Yeah, he was like, it's a Father's Day present.
Yeah. and
Fuck
it's-
him too.
Yeah.
Just greedy old rich bastard.
Yeah. But it's just like, I don't get it, man.
Fuck
I don't-
him for dragging his kid on there because that's what I was about to get into is what was it like last year when the guy like first started talking about this sub that he made.
Yeah.
He's like, he literally said in an interview because the guy was like, he's like, so how did you make this thing? And he's like, oh, well, it's controlled by a basically like a PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's construction pipes for ballasts. The guy's like, what's the what's the structural integrity of this thing? Like, you slapping it all together. He's like, oh, it will definitely fail. Most likely it will fail.
He told him.
Yeah, he straight up said in an interview, yeah, this thing is not safe. But people should try it out anyway. And some dumb motherfuckers are just like, yeah, I'll spend $250,000 on that. So I don't feel sorry for something so fucking stupid. They're dumb.
Well, okay. One of them, and I think Critical went over this point. A lot of people did, but I watched a Critical video on it because I get all.
Oh,
my
he did make a video about it. I didn't watch it.
Get all
yet,
my
though.
news from Critical and Vito Giswaldi. But Critical was like, he wanted a window on the submarine, right? So he got the window installed, and the window could withstand up to, I think it was, I'm just gonna use numbers that I remember, but I don't remember if it was meters or feet. It was like, I don't remember, but he was like, the window could withstand up to 1,500 feet of pressure or whatever, 1,500 foot depth. Guess how far they were going? 4,000 feet.
Yeah, I was about to say more than that.
And he knew this. He didn't just like, oh, I thought it was stronger than, like, I don't. And then just expecting to be fine. Like, that's the part where I'm like, bro, even I, like, in all of my years of taking drugs that I knew were fake and being like, it'll be fine, would never do something that stupid. Like,
We got so much good content out of this whole
my
thing.
God.
So many good memes. My friend and I were just like, we had a whole conversation about how this is like something out of The Simpsons. Like Homer Simpson built this.
genuinely, oh my.
Homer Simpson could have built this fucking submarine.
Even Family Guy.
She
Like,
sent me a
some
meme.
Peter
I was
Griffin
just
would
like,
do.
I went on I was like doing a whole fucking voice acting thing. It was like Marge's like, Homer, I don't think you should be. I don't think you should be driving around billionaires in a submarine you built yourself. He's like, you'll be fine, Marge.
Holy
I use
shit.
construction pipes and bounties. You'll be fine. Then fucking Lenny shows up. Hey, Homer. What you working on there, Homer? Lenny, you want to be the first person to test out my new submarine? Like, gee, would I? I've always wanted to see the Titanic. How much would it cost to go see the Titanic? How much you got? I got $250,000
Jesus fucking Christ.
and a donut. Donuts. You got a deal.
What a fucking screenplay.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, that could be a whole Simpsons episode.
What's Barney's voice? Oh, gee. Fuck, hold on. Ah.
Hey, Homer.
Hi. It's fucking.
Can I go in the submarine too?
Oh my god. Who's the other guy?
Homer finds out the submarine will like most definitely implode at the bottom of the ocean. Wait, was it? Hey, Flanders.
Oh my god.
Well, how diddly hey, neighbor. You want to go to a trip on the bottom of the ocean in my new submarine? It's completely safe.
Homie, you can't drive Flanders to the bottom. That's almost Lois. Hold on. They're so fucking. Oh.
Who does Peter hate?
You can't drive.
Who
You
does
can't
Peter?
drive my father to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Petersman. You want to ride my Titanic? Carter Peterson, he's rich too. Like, I got $250,000. Take me to the Titanic.
That's all I got in my wallet right now.
Oh, sweet. I get to kill my father-in-law, and I get $250,000. Freaking sweet. Oh, jeez, this is so much.
Crap.
But
The
yeah.
submarine's imploding. I guess we're gonna die here. Who knew a 1,500 foot window couldn't
So my friend and I
couldn't withstand 4,000 feet of pressure?
My friend and I basically wrote out a whole fucking plot for a Simpsons episode. And then I thought of something better.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I was up all night working on. Me and Serena.
No.
Serena Elizabeth, one of the funniest bitches I've ever met in my life. Helped me write this song last night.
Oh no.
And, yeah, an Uncle Bill and the Neighbors song here live on the podcast. This goes out to the brave billionaires who were tragically imploded on in the Titan submarine.
The seaweed is suddenly redder after we all felt the quake. They paid to come way down here, but that was a big mistake. They came to see Titanic down here on the ocean floor. Now they're all in a panic, cause they can't exploit labor. Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, a submersible is not reversible with a controller from Steam. Down in the ocean, gentle current kiss from the billionaires turned to mist. Your controller's disconnected, now your game is ended under the sea. If you buy carbon fiber on sale, then the haul will surely fail. No more whining from the rich dude, now that he has become fish food. They bought a sub from MacGyver, they got what they're paying for. Now they're all under pressure, somewhere on the ocean floor. Under the sea, under the sea. Billionaires are choking, scrap metal is floating most definitely. Deep fried in temps of the sun, surfing turf for everyone. They were all loaded, now they've imploded under the sea. Under the sea. Air pressure cooking while search teams are looking under the sea. And it's fair to admit that nobody gives a shit. They left no trail, swallowed by whales under the sea.
Good fucking hell, God. Fuck, shit, damn. Oh.
That was a little bit of a mess, but I was gonna say, if that was not recording the entire time.
Might want to check it back at some point. If anything, we can continue because that was amazing.
There will be,
And then at a later time, you can just re-record it
yeah, there will be
and put it in there.
more complete studio version in time, but
You want to put that out there?
oh, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, I don't give a shit about these rich fucks.
Oh no, I just meant in general. You want to like make that an actual like a good song, and we'll.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I am also a musician.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Oh, fucking
Yeah.
sick, dude.
under the sea.
Scrap metal floating, definitely. Oh,
Yeah, no, that one, that was hard to write. A song about billionaires imploding in the style of, Little Mermaid.
yeah. And this,
You want to take an intermission and because I don't have much more left on here.
word.
We'll take an intermission and we will be back with a tragic story about Samuel L. Jackson.
All right.
Tragic story for Marvel and Disney.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Hey guys, Uncle Bill here. Boy, what an episode we got here. Sorry it took so long to get out, but I can assure you a lot of work went into it though. It sure wasn't thrown together like an Ocean Gate submarine anyway. Oh, and seatbelts are included as well. So buckle in, because we've got a lot more coming as we dive deeper into this sea of content. If these puns are doing anything for you, just let us know by hitting that subscribe button below. Anyway, that's all for now. Now back to the show.
It's gone.
And we're back.
Stop being Oh, I found him. Hey, get the fuck up out of here. It's a goddamn...
A skeeter!
It's a fruit fly. Whatever.
Yeah.
Can't do dishes in a town with sewage water. Okay. Anyway.
Anyway, Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Apparently, somebody stole Samuel L. Jackson's Avengers script for the next Avengers movie.
Wait. What?
Yeah, somebody stole it, and Marvel found out about it when it was posted online. Like, they were trying to sell the script.
I put it up on eBay and said, this thing's worth at least
I'm
$5
looking
grand.
into this. Marvel set up a fake purchase. They're like, oh, hi, I'm so-and-so, and I would like to purchase this script.
Whoa.
And apparently the guy who was selling it was pretty smart and fled the country.
He just dipped.
He's dipped. He was onto them. He's like, oh, I know this is Marvel.
This is Marvel for sure. I'm fucking out of
So,
here. I'm gonna sell this to some fucking...
The next Avengers movie might be delayed until further notice because I don't know, Sam Jackson can't keep a hold of his shit.
I'm gonna sell this to Kim Jong-un.
Oh no! North Korea starts making their Avengers propaganda.
Holy shit. Ooh. That
How would that go? Captain America betrays the Avengers, who are all Korean. That's what's gonna be. It's like all Korean, North Korean cast. In
Captain
the Avengers.
America is still Captain
America's
Korean.
Captain America's the only white guy
Oh.
in the entire movie, and then he's like, "Ha ha ha! I'm gonna kill you," and then he kills like half the Avengers. And tries to take over the world.
They turn Captain America into the bad guy.
And then the Avengers team up with Kim Jong, who threatens Captain America with a nuclear missile. And then he gives in to their power. That's North Korean propaganda right there.
That's fucking wild. What would they do with Do you think Deadpool's gonna be introduced into the...
Oh yeah. That's what this next one's about. It's gonna be the first Deadpool movie set in the MCU.
Yeah, Deadpool 3 is supposed to be
in the MCU.
Which does that mean they're bringing in Juggernaut too?
Probably.
I love me Juggernaut.
That's probably why they're doing them both right now. But
so cool. You got the big metal head.
It's weird because if you read the comics, like I said, I never really got invested in the movies. As far as the movies go, I only watched like the most recent ones because Axel always drags me to them.
Yeah.
But if you read the comics, so Deadpool, of course, started out as, just a mutant mercenary doing his own thing.
Vigilante.
But then he became part of... It was a sort of like a branch of the X-Men, kind of. It was called the X-Force.
Yeah.
And then I think he was teamed up with like Wolverine, some of the other X-Men characters, and Captain America, I think. Or I think they went to Vietnam with Captain America, and Deadpool had a fucking meltdown over the fucking pit of bodies out there. The landfill.
Oh.
I have it in my bedroom. I have like a entire stack of Deadpool comics. But before he even joined the Avengers, he was X-Force, and then he gets kicked out of the X-Force, and then I think I think he kills the Avengers. Like
Fuck.
bombs their flying spaceship thing. I don't remember the entire chronology, but I do know he was in the X-Force first, so that's why I'm like, so he's teaming up with Wolverine in this one, but it's also set in the MCU. But they haven't even introduced X-Men to the MCU yet.
So they're doing it all in one big.
It's probably gonna be another Spider-Man 3. They're cramming too much into one movie.
Yeah.
I still have my fingers crossed.
Definitely.
The credits for this one, like director, writer, producer,
Yeah.
they all have like really good. Unlike, anything that came out of Lucasfilm recently, where you got Rian Johnson, who wrote like one shitty movie, and they're like, let's give you a job on one of the most fucking sought
Popular
after
franchises,
box
yeah.
office franchises of all time.
Yeah.
You have bet the survival of the Resistance on bad odds and put us all at risk?
Yeah, no, that's just a pattern in Lucasfilm. But
Giving new artists.
Ryan Reynolds is very smart with this one.
Yeah. He's just
I'm
very
just
smart in general.
again, I'm hoping it's not another Spider-Man 3 where they try to cram too much into one
Everything
movie.
into the fucking
Even the last one, I wasn't even that big of a fan of Deadpool 2. I know that's
I liked it. I thought it was good.
because
The ending was sad,
so when they
and then it was fine.
they're like halfway, almost done filming Deadpool 2, when the original director, is it like Frank Miller or something?
Frank Ocean.
I can't remember his name. Something Miller, I'm pretty sure.
Ezra Miller.
Learn it? Did you want to fight? Is that the deal? Whoa, bro.
He said he had creative differences with his co-writer on there.
Yeah.
And I know that Frank Miller had also stated, like, whenever they first started filming Deadpool 2, he's like, I don't want it to be this big, like, MCU type of thing where, like, you're cramming all these characters in. He's like, I already got Cable. I want to leave it at that. I don't want to go too, out of the realm of the first movie, where it was all just set in one little story here.
Yeah.
But yeah, you look at the series of events that happened after that, and it's pretty obvious he had creative differences with the other guy because he wanted to put all these other Marvel characters into one movie, and then he's like, oh no, I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah, no, it's fucking
That kind of threw me off, because I like
that's fair,
Deadpool
that's fair.
1 for its like simplicity.
Yeah.
A very self-contained story.
And self-aware.
This one, they're like, here's a superhero, here's a superhero, here's a superhero, here's a superhero, here's Juggernaut, here's Cable, here's a superhero, here's a superhero, here's a superhero.
Colossus. Was
Now
Colossus in there?
Deadpool's got this fucking daddy issues or something.
Yeah. Colossus
It seemed like there was too much going on in that one for me. Again, I like the simplicity of the first movie. And I feel like, again, this is probably going to be another Spider-Man 3. Or I don't know if Cable's going to be part of it. Juggernaut's probably going to be part of it.
I hope so.
I don't mind Juggernaut. Juggernaut was
one
good.
of my favorite villains, man.
Like, he wasn't even like a villain
really, no.
for that movie. He just kind of showed up because
Fuck
of
shit
the
up.
prison break,
Yeah.
which that part wasn't too bad.
I honestly
That's understandable. Like, you're in a setting where Deadpool's thrown into a super jail.
Yeah.
Essentially.
It was super jail.
It was super jail.
it was yeah.
So that's understandable to, bring Juggernaut in there. It's a
Right.
nice like cameo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's all you really need in the Deadpool movies is a cameo here and there.
Mhm.
Well, with this one, like, okay, so Cable was a perfect like antagonist for the second one.
Mm.
It made sense because I think it was the New Mutants, 1991 maybe. When Deadpool was first introduced, he was sent there by somebody to kill the X-Men. And then I think somebody hired Cable to stop Deadpool from killing them. So Cable's always been like one of Deadpool's like original antagonists in the comics. So that made sense. And again, it makes sense for Juggernaut to be raising hell in the mutant prison. And just like this next one, it makes sense for Deadpool to be teaming up with Wolverine, because in the comics he like obsesses over Wolverine.
Never read the comics.
You can borrow mine.
Cool art though.
Oh yeah, especially the originals. But like if it makes sense, like as far as the comics go,
yeah,
I'm all for it. But cramming all these cameos in and trying to do too much in one movie, it's just...
okay, the Avengers already like has been just fucking running with that. That's
why I don't really pay that much attention to Marvel movies after like the first Iron Man. That's where I kind of stopped caring.
Spider-Man movie, well, the original three with Tobey Maguire.
The Spider-Man movies are like the same way. Like I think that's why I liked Deadpool so much, was because it reminded me a lot of the original Spider-Man.
They didn't include, the first Deadpool, they didn't include like a whole lot of it. It was its own little thing.
Mm-hmm.
There was no fucking, oh hey, that's Thor flying through the fucking building in the back. You see that?
Yeah, remember Thor?
Remember Thor? No, it's just fucking, it was Deadpool. And then the second one, they did kind of cram some people in there, but it wasn't that crazy. They still kept it to Deadpool realm for the most part. And then,
because you got
the third
like
one, they're
Deadpool's
probably gonna
origin story, which kind of loosely based on his origin story in the comic. But like that's what I liked about like Spider-Man, like the 2002 Spider-Man, and the first Deadpool movie is like, or any of the Marvel movies from back in the day. The ones like produced by Fox, like the director had more creative control. They weren't really like pushed around by like a studio.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it has to be, you have to have this character in here. Well, it's gotta be this fucking,
I need the Green Goblin's feet.
Yeah.
Put that in the movie. Yeah.
We have face fuck the audience with every fucking Marvel character
like,
that's
oh my
ever been
god,
written.
it's the Hobgoblin.
I think that, like, again, that's why fucking Spider-Man 3 flunked so hard.
Yeah.
It was because they went
like, it's
overboard
exciting.
with it.
It's exciting because you're like, oh, I know that one.
It's exciting, but like,
oh, it's
introduce
shocker.
them one at a
I
time.
played Spider-Man for the fucking GameCube or whatever.
Because I think Sam Raimi just wanted to do... He didn't even want to do Venom. Sam Raimi didn't even know anything about Venom. It was like a producer or another writer or some studio. They're like, no, you have to put Venom in here. And Sam Raimi's like, who's Venom? And he had to do all this reading like quickly because they had to have it out like a due date. So he had to kind of just rush this understanding of Venom and then cram it into the movie with all the other villains that he had and try and have a story for him at the same time.
Yeah.
That was a mess. I think everybody can agree that was bad. And then because of that, because the studio wanted so much focus on Venom, I think Sam Raimi wanted to do more with Sandman. That was his original idea, was to do Sandman. And
that was a good part of the movie too.
Yeah.
I liked Sandman.
He had like a very good like art. He wasn't like Doc Ock or the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Where he was a little more humanized.
Yeah, which it was really fucking
and it
refreshing
tied into
and, like, emotionally like that movie damn near gave me some emotional
sadness.
Yeah, I felt sad. Yeah, I guess that's all it was like
his like
I just felt bad for the guy.
Him trying to make amends with Peter Parker for killing Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
That could have that would have had so much more impact if you didn't have fucking Harry's Alzheimer's and this rushed, overloaded Venom origin.
Why did Venom have to be?
Or emo Spider-Man.
Yeah, emo Toby was funny.
He was funny, but do it in another movie.
Right, they could have made Venom its own.
I wouldn't even say the fourth
They did make
movie.
Venom its own movie, actually.
You probably could have gotten away with Hobgoblin and the Sandman.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty contained story there.
Yeah. But
it's not too convoluted because you got I think Harry got his memory back and came after Spider-Man again at the end. And then it's just stab. Oh, be back for you later. I got to kill Venom.
Which
then you don't really have time to focus on the tragedy of Spider-Man's best friend fucking dying by his hands.
Yeah.
There's so much room for a really emotional story with all these characters, but Venom just ruined it.
Yeah.
Because they had to focus on Venom so much.
Which it wasn't even that good.
Don't even put Venom in the fourth one. Wait till the fifth one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they fucked that. They really fucked. They had a good golden opportunity there.
Did you ever hear about Spider-Man 4?
No.
So, this one's actually really funny.
Not the Amazing Spider-Man movies. And not the
no, they
Tom
didn't even
Holland.
make it to 3 yet. They're making Amazing Spider-Man 3. Yeah, Andrew Garfield's coming back for that. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Is he gonna hate Mondays?
I guess the No Way Home got people to like Andrew Garfield more because they kind of did make amends with his character in that one, give him a little more, flesh him out a little more instead of being a douchey asshole.
Yeah.
But they fleshed him out a little more in the most recent one, so now people want more Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, so they're going to do that.
Weird.
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man might get
a reboot.
No, might get a sequel.
A sequel, yeah.
Because people want to see it. They're just recently, not too long ago, there were legitimate leaks floating around. They had started filming Spider-Man 4.
Mm-hmm.
But then the studio cut them off and they're we're going in a different direction. But they filmed the opening scene in Spider-Man 4 where it opens up with Spider-Man had just finished defeating Mysterio. He's walking him up to the prison to lock him up, and the police officer, the guard, comes over and he's like, "Jinkies, let's see who you really are." And then he pulls Mysterio's mask off.
Yeah.
And you know who it is?
Fucking give me a second here. I want to just wildly guess.
Just think of all the Spider-Man movies. Who's a reoccurring cameo in those movies?
I mean, of all the see, the thing
He's
is,
never the same guy either.
I haven't seen the Garfield ones.
No. In the Tobey Maguire
Tobey
movies.
Maguire ones? Oh, just in that in general?
Yeah.
Fucking
reoccurring cameo.
God fucking damn it. Oh, what's his fucking name?
You're looking right at him on my movie shelf, too.
Am I? Holy shit, I didn't even fucking realize. Will Smith.
Where do you see Will Smith?
I saw Men in Black at some point over there.
Come on, you got this.
I'm just gonna keep looking.
Sam Raimi's best friend.
You got me fucked up. I don't know anything, dude. Fucking Bryan Cranston. Is it Harrison Ford flying his plane to the Twin Towers?
You ever have a flying dream? I have. I was just walking along this road and I sort of pressed down on my feet and opened my arms and Suddenly I was soaring right over the telephone wires on a familiar stretch of road. It's unbelievable.
Do you give up?
Seth Rogen. He pulls off the mask and he...
Hey, dude, it was me the whole time.
Smoke some weed. No, I don't fucking... Willem Dafoe?
Bruce Campbell.
I don't know who the fuck that is, honestly.
Evil Dead, Ash.
I haven't even seen Evil Dead, bro.
He was...
I don't watch cinema.
So, the first Spider-Man movie, he was the announcer at the wrestling match.
How many times have I
He's like the human spider.
Oh, with fucking Macho Man?
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. I saw.
He was the announcer at the cage match, and then in the second one, who was he in the second one? Oh, he was the doorman at Mary Jane's play or whatever.
Ooh.
And then in the third one, he was the fancy French waiter.
Wow.
So in the fourth one, Spider-Man's walking Mysterio up to the prison. Jinkies, who is he out under this mask? Boop, Bruce Campbell. Which would have been perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. They cut?
Huh?
Or what happened there with that? They just...
The studio is just like, yeah, Spider-Man 3 did so bad, we're not going to make this. And they were already filming it.
That's so fucking stupid. How much money do you have to blow?
So, like, they got a villain in there.
Did Spider-Man 3 do that bad?
It did awful. I mean, I don't know about the box office, but I know it didn't get a lot of good reviews.
Well...
Which
okay,
back
sure.
then, it didn't really matter so much what the box office made. It was how people responded to it.
Yeah, because back then reviews were way different. Now it's like you can get...
They take reviews seriously back then.
Yeah, now it's like...
Nowadays, if it makes money, they make another one.
Yeah.
That
Like
nobody
Morbius.
asked for.
like Morbius. They re-released it in theaters and it flopped harder.
Yeah.
Because people memed
It's
about it so
Morbin
much. They're
time.
like, the people love it, though.
And then fucking, what's his face?
Fucking Jared Leto?
Jared Leto, the bad Joker.
Yeah, the worst Joker.
The worst
Holy
Joker.
shit. Yeah, let's talk about our
Ruined
Joker tier
that
list.
fucking meme.
Oh.
Did you see that?
What? Did he ruin the Morbin time meme?
You didn't see that?
No.
He posted an Instagram video.
What are you reading?
Nothing really. Just
What are you reading?
I hope he falls down the stairs. I hope Harrison Ford hits him with his plane.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fucking...
It's Morbin time. Our favorite recurring bit.
He's a good guy. I like his plane.
I love Harrison Ford.
His plane look
Harrison
really
Ford,
pretty in
please
a
don't
tower.
send us a cease and desist for, if we eventually make merch. You and your plane.
We'll just use the same model.
I'll give him
and we'll alter it
I'll
enough.
give him royalties for that.
Bro, oh my god. Smosh.
Yeah, get in whatever you have to talk about. We're only an hour and a half into this, and we're almost through this list.
That's fine. We got a bunch of shit here. So, who out there remembers fucking Smosh? Goddamn Haunted House and Food Battle and shit like that.
I'm sure there's a good bit of
Boxman.
our audience that remember Smosh.
And, yeah. So, fucking... Apparently, like, they just released a video, but apparently, like, back when they started getting real popular, they didn't have, like, I don't know if they didn't have the budget or, a company, whatever, group, company, thing, whatever. It was like, hey, we're going to help you by buying Smosh from you, keeping you guys on payroll, and also the stars of the show, obviously. We're not going to tweak it too much, but we just want to make you... give you more of a funding, like help you make
I do
better
remember
content.
that.
So they did that, and then Anthony didn't like the direction everything was going after a while. He was like, I don't fucking want to do this anymore. So he left, and he did his own thing. He started doing his, I spent a day with whoever, those interviews and shit like that. And started doing his own YouTube content, and now they just announced, because they both amassed so much goddamn fucking money that they bought, well, Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning or whatever.
That's what it was. Rhett and Link.
Yeah.
They did, I didn't watch that whole video.
Because they held on to it, and they were like, yeah, we just want to hold this for you guys. Basically, because, you know, because they bought it from whoever bought it from them originally.
Okay.
And then, yeah. At least, yeah, anyway.
So it's kind of like the Lucasfilm situation.
Where, yeah, they're looking to, yeah, anyway.
It's like a Arab oil company is trying to buy Lucasfilm from Disney.
Yeah.
And there's the possibility of them trying to give it back to George Lucas.
Yeah. Which I'm fully on board with.
Oh, I am so on board with that.
I
think George Lucas would take it up, because I don't think he's really happy with the direction they took it.
No, didn't we talk about how he was super fucking, like, regretful about his decision?
I didn't tell you about this. It was fucked. So there was a video. George Lucas's current wife is like a high school teacher or something, or middle school teacher.
A high schooler?
Huh?
A high schooler?
No. She's a teacher.
She's a, yeah.
And there was a video, he was in the classroom with her, and the students were asking questions about Star Wars, and one of them brought up, like, something about, like, I think it was like, I'd show you the video, but I'll get into that in a sec. If there's any misinformation here, it's because I don't have the video on hand.
Yeah.
To properly describe how it went, but I think they asked like how he feels about the direction Disney's going with Star Wars, and he tore into it. He's like, he was not happy.
Yeah, no, I fucking bet, dude. They took his baby and they slaughtered it in front of him, and then they just tried to rearrange it into a pot. Like,
Disney had the video taken down. They like,
of course.
Yeah, they claimed the video and everything else, and
they claimed it.
Yeah, because they don't want George Lucas having any kind of
connection to Star Wars.
Not connection, like he still is I think he's a part owner. Still, but they don't want him having any influence.
Okay.
On,
like, the writing team or anything.
On people's opinion of how they're treating the property.
They just don't want to seem like they're doing a bad job.
Because it's one thing they try. Have you seen all the videos where they try to shut Mark Hamill up?
No.
Oh yeah, so. Mark Hamill. He's been the most vocal about how terrible the franchise got.
Yeah.
He's like one of the first ones. It was like right after the first one, Force Awakens.
Oh my god.
And he went on a whole, like, I want to say media tour. It was like a lot of, he's like a speaker at a bunch of colleges and shit, and people were asking him Star Wars questions and what he thought of the last movie, and he's like, yeah, I was reading the script, and I wasn't in it for like most of the script, and then I finally get to the part where they're fighting in the woods, and then Ben Solo's trying to reach for the lightsaber, and then it goes whoosh past his shoulder, and he's like, oh boy, this is my grand entrance. And then what? Rey caught it. He's like, she hasn't even been to Dagobah for training. Yeah. Like a whole lot of that.
Yeah.
And he's like, there was one when they were doing a media tour for The Last Jedi, and he just has like a funny way of expressing his disgust for how they treat his character.
Yeah.
And they're like, anything you can tell us about the new movie, Mark? And he just sits there, he's like staring dead face in the camera, like Mark? He's like, oh, was I supposed to say something? I didn't think I had a line.
Not only did the fans help to make The Force Awakens a global success, they've also helped to raise over $10 million on on behalf of Star Wars Force for Change to date. Mark's here to tell us what's happening with Force for Change in 2016. Mark?
Oh, I'm sorry, I have dialogue? Yeah. I'm used to just staring intensely.
Jesus Christ.
And then the most recent one I saw was brutal. He did this. It was him and his wife and his cat doing a. It was another thing for like a school, and one of the students asked him a question about how he feels about writing, about how they're writing the new movies. And he's like, he went on this long rant, and he's like,
bravo for them to make Rey a orphan from the desert who discovers inner powers, inherits a robot with important information that leads to the destruction of the Death Star. It's fresh because it's a woman.
He just,
Oh, God.
yeah.
He's
He's very vocal about it. And then like, if they got like at like the D23 Expo or whatever the fuck it is, like the Star Wars celebration.
Yeah.
If they got like Kathleen Kennedy on stage or one of the directors, he'll start to say something, and then Kathleen will like interrupt and be like, "Ha ha ha! He's so funny, isn't he? Wow!" It's like cut him off, and then he'll just be standing up there like. He's not happy. He's been very vocal about like he's like one of his like very popular quotes is like, "This is not Luke Skywalker, this is Jake Skywalker," because this is not Luke. Like Luke wouldn't give up on everything that he built. That's not how the Jedi work.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't. They fucked with the writing so bad.
Because like you
like,
can't
they
even.
Really...
I think one of their excuses was like, "Oh, Obi-Wan was the same way." No. Actually, no. Because that's one thing that they keep doing, is every time they write some fucking stupid character development, if you can even call it character development, in one of these sequel movies, they have to go back and make a whole Disney Plus series to explain why that's normal or why that's natural for the plot. Like, for example, the whole fucking Palpatine coming back.
Yeah, I haven't even... Oh.
They did this Bad Batch thing, which it's an entire, like, 2 or 3 seasons now, based on a botched clone force that was scrapped from one of the last episodes of the Clone Wars before they pulled the plug on it.
Right.
So in the final season of Clone Wars, they finally come back to it, and they
amazing.
Can't buy gas with food stamps, motherfucker. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so they go back, and they're finally doing a final season of the Clone Wars. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. About goddamn time, because they pulled the plug on it. It was a goddamn mess. It was like watching the last 2 episodes of Evangelion, where it was just like a mess and it solved nothing.
Yeah.
They finally go back and they try to finish it. The first episode was the Clone Force 99. They finally finished that arc there. And then from there they do a spin-off. They find Echo, who was presumed dead in like season 4 or 5 of the Clone Wars. They find him. He joins Clone Force 99, which again is a ragtag band of very stereotypical clone trooper, like Rambo-esque clone troopers. You got the big hulking brute with the Russian accent for some reason.
Yeah, of course.
Even though they're all clones of a fucking not Australian, but a fucking... They're all clones of a New Zealand actor. But for some reason, this guy has a very blunt Russian accent. He's like, "I crush everything!" Me smash. He's like
very Americanized.
He's literally Heavy from Team Fortress.
Oh my fucking god.
And then you got the sniper, who's really good at precise shots. Then you got the tech guy, who's really good at...
They took the typical trope and...
Then you got the Rambo guy, he's the leader of the group. He's got the very stereotypical... He's got the headband. He's got the headband on and the face paint.
Yeah.
It's... I wouldn't have minded as like a one-off thing at the end of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
But
they made it
they decided to go with an entire spin-off based on them. And the reason why they did the spin-off is because they're the ones who find out about Palpatine pretty much... I don't know if you know the lore about when the Empire decided that clones were obsolete and they didn't need them anymore, and they'd rather recruit and brainwash like real people and join the Empire, because the stormtroopers weren't clones.
Yeah,
they were recruited. So in here they follow that storyline of how they got rid of the clone base on Kamino, and they pretty much enslaved the Kaminoans, that the scientists and everything, to do work for Palpatine, because Palpatine wants to ensure that in case Vader ever turns on him, there's a possibility of him coming back. I don't know who the fuck is buying this. It's just to save face for the fucking awful sequel trilogy.
Well, yeah, because I don't even think the writers knew what direction they were going in.
No, they didn't.
I feel like at a certain point they were like, "Oh shit, we just."
It's common knowledge that they did not plan the thing out.
They probably, yeah, I was gonna say they probably hit several walls within their own.
They had J.J. Abrams bang out a script, and then after he was done with that, then they got Rian Johnson to write his own story, because there was no beginning, middle, and end. It was a story and another guy's story and another guy's story, and they somehow got to link all these stories together, right?
Yeah.
And that's how that ended up becoming like a total mess, because J.J. Abrams set up these characters with no end, like no direction, but he set them up. Then Rian Johnson kills them off. And then J.J.'s like, oh, fuck, now I got to figure out what to do with the remaining characters.
Right.
So he's like, well, I guess we'll bring back Palpatine because we don't have Snoke anymore. Though, I think it was Chris Terrio. There were several reshoots, several rewrites. There are so many versions of this movie that there's one script leak. Was, I think, the Chris Terrio version. I might be wrong. It might have been somebody else. But it would have been way better because, like, they didn't bring back Palpatine. Instead, since Snoke is dead, they follow what Rian Johnson set up with Kylo Ren becoming the main bad guy.
Yeah.
And I think he has his Vader moment at the end. Maybe, maybe not. But it was a good setup because, like, Kylo Ren is neither Sith or Jedi. If you watch Last Jedi, he kind of, like, he talks about, like, there's no good and bad, just be neutral. That was a good motivation for him to kind of just reform the galaxy with no politics, I guess. But I guess something happened with Chris Terrio, creative differences, or more than likely Kathleen Kennedy fired him because that's what Kathleen Kennedy does, just what she's known for. And yeah, so then JJ, they had to reshoot the entire movie. I think Daisy Ridley posted on Instagram, she's like, I am so fucking tired of this.
Yeah.
And then JJ was like, oh, Kylo can't be the bad guy. I don't want him to be the bad guy. So let's just bring back Palpatine, because He's the ultimate bad guy.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's ridiculous.
Introduce. Actually, you know what? No, don't even. Yeah, play with what you got. Don't even write a new character. Because Kylo already went over kind of horribly.
I don't even remember what, because we were talking about why they brought back, or how they're trying to explain Palpatine coming back. I don't. Oh yeah, Luke.
Mm.
The problem with Luke being like a disgruntled hermit, and people are like, oh, like even Mark Hamill himself is like, that's not what a Jedi does.
Yeah.
Like he's like, a Jedi's supposed to be hopeful and optimistic. This guy's just an old hermit who gave up on everything and let his friends die. He's like, that's not the Luke Skywalker I know. Luke Skywalker left Dagobah and got his hand chopped off to save Han and Leia.
Yeah.
So I think because of that, Disney was like, oh well, yeah, Jedi can do that. Here's an Obi-Wan miniseries to prove it. And they botched that. Oh my god, they turned Obi-Wan into this just complete fucking loser. Because the idea, I think their goal is to show that the Jedi will give up hope and let everybody fucking perish just to save themselves. So that's how they wrote Obi-Wan in this like Obi-Wan series.
Ugh.
And it just completely ruined his character.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Because we'll get into that another time. We'll have a whole fucking rundown of the Obi-Wan show.
Oh, we're gonna Star Wars podcast part 2.
Chronologically,
part, like, 5 at this point, probably.
The character motivations just don't make sense. Going from Obi-Wan in Episode 3 to a fucking deadbeat loser in the Obi-Wan show, and then right back to yeah, I'm hopeful that Luke Skywalker will save the entire fucking galaxy. Let's get him on board and fucking storm the Death Star.
Yeah.
That's probably not the best way to describe it, but I think people get what I mean.
Probably.
Anyway. Yeah. I don't know how we got into all that, but
you have a lot to say about Star Wars.
You were saying
all the
something.
time.
You were saying something about Smosh.
Yeah.
Oh, you were saying about how. Because I was saying about
because they bought it. They bought
yeah.
it back. They bought Smosh again. So Anthony and Ian own it again. And they just announced that they're going to be making new content. So I'm excited for that. They already started making a few videos. But it was just really wholesome because I watched that one and I was like, oh, sick. Because there are, let's see. It's just weird to have like, they have the new kid cast of Smosh, which is like, I don't know where any of these people came from.
Oh, are you talking about the Smosh babies or whatever?
I don't know about Smosh babies.
Yeah, there was like a Smosh babies thing. Or maybe that wasn't even Smosh. Or, well, you know, the people who bought it from Smosh.
Well, it's just I don't know. They needed to keep the channel alive because it had amassed a huge audience. So they were like, there's, you know, why we're not going to just...
It's kind of like what happened with G4.
It has 7.6 million subscribers. Like, yeah, so they got a new cast and they started doing, not sketch comedy, but like, try not to laugh shit.
Yeah.
Where they try and make each other spit the water out, you know?
G4 had a similar situation where, you know, like when I was growing up, G4 was like a huge fucking thing. I want to say like late 90s into the early 2000s, early mid 2000s.
Yeah.
I think it first started... It might have been Spike, because I I think Spike started around when I was younger, and I think it was originally G4. I might be wrong. It might have been a completely different channel. But G4 was like a really popular network that did like all these weird ass skits and video game reviews. And you know, before YouTube was a thing and like AVGN, that was the thing to go to for like video game reviews and shit. And then something happened. I think it was because YouTube became a thing and AVGN was like the guy to go to for video game reviews and shit, or JonTron or whatever. It became more popular to go watch it online on YouTube rather than pay for cable and get fucking G4.
Right, because it's free on YouTube.
Yeah. So, G4 eventually had their own network on a like a streaming, I think it was on Xbox or something, like an Xbox channel. But that didn't really take off. And then recently, I think Comcast bought G4 and tried to like reboot it. And I think people were starting to come back and be like, oh, wow, G4 is back. Wow, nostalgia attack. And Adam Sessler was on Biggest Problem in the Universe, the guy who made G4.
Yeah.
And even he said, like, nobody was expecting this new girl, this new host, Frosk, to spout off this, like, crazy feminist shit. Because it's 2021, 2022.
Yeah.
We're way past this shit. That was like 2016 fucking issues that nobody fucking gives a shit about anymore. But they're all sitting there just trying to do their show, and then she's just like, oh, I just want to talk about how sexist men are in video games, and oh, just because I'm a female, I can't be a gamer, and blah, blah, blah. Like, where the fuck did this come from? We're just reviewing fucking Gears of War, bitch. Like, shut up. What? Nobody was expecting that. And after that, like, the channel just... It didn't even last a year.
Yeah, it just tanked.
It tanked. All because of her.
Ugh. Gotta love it. Not everything has to be political, folks. Sometimes it's cool to just talk about Resident Evil.
Again, it just all goes back to, like...
Be like, yeah.
Never let a corporate, like, studio or anything take over your project. Yeah. Stay independent, Conrad.
Stay independent, always.
Oh, somebody else got shot. That's 2 episodes in a row.
Fucking word. Yeah, that's insane, actually. Oh, there's God damn it.
Anyway, did you have anything else to say about Smosh?
I don't even know at this point. It's been...
I'm sorry I kept cutting you off.
That's fine. I'll figure it out later. I'm sure there was like one small thing, but it's not that huge. I'm just excited.
I mean, I'm sure
they said they were going to start doing sketch comedy and shit again.
Critical probably covered it all.
That's fair. But although... Yeah, but who hasn't covered all the juicy details of everything these days?
Here's a juicy story.
Yeah.
So, you already know about Winnie the Pooh becoming public domain. And they made that horror movie.
Yeah.
So, not only is Winnie the Pooh public domain now, but 95% of Disney's animation material is public domain now. Like, they've lost 95% of their animation material. Yeah.
Whoa.
Which would explain why they're cranking out all these god-awful Pixar animations. And as of 2024, next year, Mickey Mouse will become public domain.
No shot.
Yep. the very first Mickey Mouse animation will become public domain.
So people are probably already working on shit. And then they're gonna just release it as soon as it...
Mm-hmm.
That's so fucking wild.
Don't let Walt know. Big bad Walt. But
I'm sure his frozen little brain will...
I don't know. How do you think that's gonna go?
I'm ready for the Mickey Mouse horror movie. The manslaughter of... God, everybody. I feel like this is gonna go one of two ways, or both ways. Where they're gonna do the same thing, where they make a horror movie. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just gonna be Mickey losing his shit and killing, you know, all of his beloved friends, including his nice little doggo.
No, not Pluto.
Yeah.
No.
They're gonna make a horror movie, man. It's gotta be fucked.
They can't kill Pluto.
They made fucking Piglet a wild boar. And I'm pretty sure R-worded a girl.
If you can even call it that, it was more like a fucking axe murderer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Old bastard in a fucking mask.
Yeah. But that, or they're gonna turn Mickey into like... They're gonna turn into super gay. And it's just...
Yeah, I was
super gay Mickey Mouse, and it's gonna be so fucking cool.
I was pretty optimistic on the idea of a Winnie the Pooh horror movie. I just wish they would have done better with it.
They were they weren't even in a studio. They was just like college kids. I don't think they were intending to make like a good movie. In my honest opinion, I think they were just trying
I can understand not making a good movie, but don't make a bad movie. Does that make sense?
Tell that to Rob Zombie, dude.
For the most part, I can say Rob Zombie has at least tried.
And the movies were still bad.
They were still bad. But it's not like The Munsters, where that was, like, bad. Where, like, he just went out of his way to make a bad movie.
That's fair. Yeah, but I don't think they intentionally made, like, a bad... Well, but have you seen, like, Zombievers and shit like that? Like, old school...
Yeah,
horror
like
movies.
the
I think they were
Piranha
just trying to do like
they're like the B movies, but like the thing about those movies, like Toxic Avenger or fucking Return of the Living Dead, which we talked about, like they're really corny B movies. But like, you know, if it's one thing if you don't have a budget, but they put effort into it.
Yeah,
they put as much effort as they can with the resources they had.
Some of these fucking pictures, dude.
But the thing with Rob Zombie is he has a budget. He clearly has a budget.
Yeah.
But sometimes I don't know if he's not trying or if his idea of a fucking Halloween movie is just a Rob Zombie movie. It's a Rob Zombie movie.
Yeah.
You can point out a Rob Zombie movie from a mile away. It's like a Kevin Smith movie if it was a horror. A Jay and Silent Bob movie if it was a horror.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm too far off on that.
No. Well, yeah. Jay and Silent Bob, well, that was like a meta comedy though, right? That was like...
I'm talking old Jay Silent Bob, like...
Yeah. Like the black and white fucking...
Yeah, like Clerks 1.
Yeah.
Mallrats. Rob Zombie movies feel like it's the same energy as Mallrats, but with a lot more blood and gore.
Yeah.
And demons.
More energy, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah. But there's been times like you ever watch Dogma?
Dogma nuts.
Dogma nuts.
Got him!
You've not seen Dogma. That's probably one of the best Jay and Silent Bob movies. It has Alan Rickman in it.
Yo, real?
Yeah, he's an angel.
I'm watching that ASAP. I like Rickman.
Ronald Weasley, it's Levius.
The place I was living at for the last 6 years, Southeast Pittsburgh. I lived right down the street from the church where they filmed Dogma.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, it was
That's
pretty
gotta
cool.
Be cool.
It doesn't look the same as in the movies though, but they do a lot of like where they kind of darken the
sepia?
scene so it doesn't really stand out, so you can't really go to that place and be like, oh hey, that's from the movie.
Yeah.
You won't know unless you look it up. Just like Dark Knight. I'm pretty sure Dark Knight was filmed like on Liberty Avenue in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
But you can't really tell.
Cause
I think the only scene where you can kind of tell it was filmed in Pittsburgh is when they're like chasing the Joker in the tunnel there, and he's throwing fucking bombs at him and shit. Now catch this, Batman.
Yeah. Oh. God, I love those movies. Are good.
Hit me.
Hit me.
Hit me.
God, I want you to.
I want you to hit me.
He gets so close. He's like, and then he
psych.
Turns off. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Well, it kind of makes
no,
sense.
it doesn't. It doesn't.
It does, because Batman can't, like, morally, he can't kill the Joker.
Why?
Because
then they couldn't make more movies.
Well, if you've played the games,
because that would.
If you played the games or read like some of the comics, there's a lot of detail in there, or not detail, but a little more explanation. Like, Batman can't morally kill the Joker because Batman's not about killing. He's about justice, like in the way.
I get that.
Take him to prison, let the cops deal with him, because Batman and
yeah, but
as far as like any of the movies go, Batman's like by the book. Despite being a vigilante, he's by the book, like justice system, and that's the dynamic between Batman and the Joker that they did really good in that movie. It was somebody explained it to me at Spencer's one time, and it blew my fucking mind.
You're just checking out at Spencer's. They're like
that Batman is actually the bad guy in Dark Knight.
What?
Yeah, it's actually the other way around, because in the Dark Knight it's kind of.
Well, if we want to get political, the Joker
doing,
had a fucking.
Yeah, the Joker's trying to expose corruption in Gotham.
Yeah.
And Batman, being so, again, by the book.
Just a red-blooded American.
Yeah, essentially. And, yeah, Batman's just trying to do it, like, I don't know how to explain it.
No, I understand. No, because the thing is, like, the Joker is that, like, radical fucking, like, anarchist, basically. He was like, you guys are fucking...
Not even so much an anarchist, but just, he's against the corruption.
Doesn't he literally say, introduce a little anarchy?
Okay, he does. I don't think that's the same as being an anarchist.
Burning a giant pile of money is pretty fucking anarchy to me, bro.
Okay, that's pretty anarchy.
I feel like
anarchy.
Crucified. Have you seen? Have you ever seen fucking Sequelitis?
What is it?
The Egoraptors Sequelitis videos.
Oh God.
Do we want to talk about Egoraptor?
I haven't paid attention to Egoraptor since JonTron was on Game Grumps.
Bro, he's gotten in so much controversy over the fucking year.
I know,
like,
that's
so
part of the
much.
reason I don't pay attention to him.
Like a lot.
I was like, I don't want to pay attention
Especially
to his
the whole
drama.
beef with Odie Plays, but like that whole
Oh,
deal.
did he?
They fucking stopped associating with him because of this whole like.
Oh, because of the Ding Dong thing?
Dream Daddy, yeah. And then it was the Newgrounds shit on Twitter, where Aaron was really upset because he got painted in a bad light along with other old school Newgrounds artists and whatever and yada yada, and then he like
Dude,
in the
it's
same breath threw
Have
all
you ever
of them.
used Newgrounds when it was like popular?
I mean, when I was a kid, yeah, I was on Newgrounds, but I wasn't one of the fucking like I wasn't watching.
Yeah, but everybody's a
animation on
fucking
there.
target when it comes to Newgrounds.
Yeah,
It's like
but-
the edgiest fucking.
But he, in the same breath
place
of
on the
being
internet.
like getting made fun of for this fucking hurts and it sucks, in the same breath threw all the other like he basically threw all the other like Newgrounds artists under the bus, and he was like, yeah, I'm not just some fucking shitty Newgrounds like We got my start, whatever. And then Oni clapped back at him and was like, "You literally got your start on Newgrounds. Like, I don't want to fucking. Are you fucking kidding me? And you're just gonna throw all the rest of us like, and act like you're better than us, whatever." And yeah, so that, and there's a bunch of underground fucking shit about like their living situation in LA and all this fucking wild shit. There's a whole like, bro, that is some deep dive bullshit. Like, I got really into it. But yeah. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, but Aaron, I mean, Ego Raptor did some good work back in the day.
All right, let's get back to Mickey Mouse.
Fuck, I forgot. Yeah, Mickey Mouse is open domain.
I just want to get some closure on this one.
Public domain.
So
Mickey Mouse porn is coming in full effect.
Oh God, no!
It's already coming in full effect. That's the oldest porn.
I think it makes a lot more sense because, you know how Toy Story came out like 95.
Did it?
Yeah.
Was that 95?
It was 95.
Shit.
And so they're did you see like when Toy Story 4 came out? It was the one with Forky.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was really sad though, I will say. It made me
movie, yeah.
Oh, it made me fucking bawl.
Fuck, that was
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, that movie was insane.
They're already coming out with a 5th one though. Yeah, they just announced a 5th Toy Story.
What?
I still remember clear as day that when they announced the fucking 3rd Toy Story. I was like, wow, a 3rd Toy Story. And I was like, oh, this is weird.
Mediocre.
They like tease their death at the end. A lot of people cried at that. I was just like, why are you doing this?
Yeah. Holy fuck, dude.
The 4th one was actually had an emotional impact, separating Buzz and Woody like that. I was like, oh God, they're getting rid of Woody.
My dog stepped on a bee.
Woody stepped on a bee. But yeah, no, they announced a 5th Toy Story. Then they got that Buzz Lightyear movie. Don't even get me started.
Don't even get me started.
I think it makes a lot more sense now why they're cranking this out and then they're buying other projects because like clearly they can't come up with an original concept of their own.
Yeah.
That's any good. So they're buying out all these other properties so they can use up the copyright on that before it becomes public domain. That way they have some fucking revenue coming in.
What happens when something becomes public domain? Does that just mean...
That means it's free game. Free
but,
game.
Like, is anybody able to buy it again, or...
I don't think so.
Is it just now it's for the everybody?
Anybody can just do whatever the fuck they want with it. You can make Winnie the Pooh porn.
Hell yeah.
Oh, bother.
Just stop. Oh, Piglet.
Oh, Piglet. Oh.
This is like half Mickey Mouse, half Pooh Bear.
Rim my honey jar, please. Oh, bother.
My honey pot.
The clapping the clapping of my ass cheeks has alerted the bees. Oh, bother.
Oh, bother.
I'm so dummy thick. But yeah, no, it makes a lot more sense why they're buying properties up, trying to use up what they can before that becomes public domain. Because 95% of their original material. 95. Soon to be like all of it, because once Mickey Mouse goes, that was like their first. That was their dude. That was their Mario.
That was the guy.
That was the guy. That was their Sonic.
That was their Gex.
That was their Gex. That was their Croc.
That was their Crash Bandicoot.
That was their Banjo-Kazooie.
That was their Peter Griffin. Oh bother.
Oh bother.
Oh bother.
Hey Piglet. Anyway,
this is like that time
while
when
we're
Winnie
talking
the Pooh
about
got railed by Piglet.
While we're talking about Disney suffering major losses and
fat L's in the
taking
building.
fat L's. Did you follow up at all on that fucking Star Cruiser, that Galactic Star Cruiser that Disney opened?
No, what?
It was this stupid fucking hotel. It's basically like this concrete bunker.
Yeah, that bullshit. No, I didn't follow up on that at all.
I got in an argument with somebody on Facebook because I was like, oh yeah, fucking $6,000 to eat fucking, be rushed to eat fucking hot dogs and goldfish crackers. Yeah, that sounds like a fun experience.
Yeah.
You don't even get a chance to fucking eat before they're like, all right, you got to move on to the next part of the fucking hotel experience. There was like a video where this guy was like eating, and they're like trying to rush him to go watch fucking, I don't know, Rey and Kylo Ren fighting. He's like, can I just finish my fucking hot dog, please?
Yeah. It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
And yeah, no, I said something about it because like there was an article about the Star Cruiser, and this guy decided to fight me on it. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It was a very fun experience, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the food. We got fed well, and blah 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 blah. I'm like, how much did they pay you to say that?
Yeah, for real. Because
I watched like full like tours of the Disney hotel. That was garbage.
Yeah, I bet.
$6,000.
Yeah.
To spend 2 nights there. I would never.
No.
I watched the full tour of this thing. I was like, this is embarrassing. Like, absolutely embarrassing. Well, they started losing money on that because, of course, nobody's going to come and spend $6,000 for 2 nights at this garbage experience.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, no. Fuck
if
that.
you can even call it a terrible experience.
Yeah.
So, I don't even think they, like, lowered the price. I think they tried doing everything but that without realizing what the issue is.
Yeah.
Is that you're charging way too much for garbage. Yeah. And, yeah, no, that... They kept making bad decision after bad decision to save face until eventually... Yeah, it's gone. They had
like
to... They got to take it down.
Real. They didn't just.
That's another
fix
thing that
some
like
of the
didn't even
problems.
last a fucking year.
They didn't just fix some of the problems and like maybe lower the price a little bit and.
Nope.
That's fucking ridiculous, man.
That's how like everything works. It's like, oh, we're only focused on making money and not using any of that money to fix problems.
It's like the saying
like
all this
DoorDash.
time,
Let me
you
complain
gotta
about
spend money to make
DoorDash real
money.
quick. Fucking, I just woke up the other day, like, you know, I've been busting my ass with Lyft, Uber, Spark, DoorDash, back to back to back to back, and then I'm starting my new job.
Yeah.
And I got the editing going on too, so that's a fucking headache.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I woke up a couple days ago to DoorDash deactivated my account.
For what?
They didn't tell me until they sent me an email eventually that said I was taking too long to deliver orders. I'm like, motherfucker. First of all, road closures are one thing. I don't know if you've seen State College lately.
Yeah.
It's
construction,
impossible to get around.
Yeah,
so yeah, it's going to take me a little
summer, all
time.
the students are gone. They have time to like actually.
If somebody lives directly downtown there, it's going to take me a little bit of time to get around all the construction and get it to them.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Especially with some of those lights, dude. Holy shit.
Oh yeah,
They just
it's awful.
Stay red.
That's not my problem. But what is DoorDash's problem is a lot of the orders that were like not delivered or delivered late or whatever. What usually happens there is there's this bug in the app where like, and I've called them about it too. Like in the middle of the delivery, like, hey, you need to fix this.
Yeah.
And they don't fix it. They're just like, so let me explain what happens. So I'll pick up the order and I'll be on the way to the customer to drop it off. And then my app will back out to the schedule a dash screen, like out of the delivery.
Yeah.
So I can't go back to that so I can complete it. So I called them. This has happened multiple times and I call them each time. I'm like, I need help with this. This is like the 4th or 5th time this has happened to me. I had that. They don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm like, I have the order in my car.
Right.
they're like, okay, then deliver it to the customer. I'm like, I can't deliver it to the customer because the app backed out, and I can't get the directions up. I can't finish, like, I can't complete the order unless I'm in the dash.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we'll just mark it as undelivered. And I'm like,
what?
Okay, well, that's going to affect my rating, which it did.
Yeah.
It affected my rating till, like, DoorDash, like, corporate or whatever, noticed it. And then they're like, oh, yeah, we deactivated your account over this. So I'm like, this is not my fault.
Yeah.
And this is a common thing where these companies want to make money, but they don't want to pay to fix an issue.
Yeah.
I had the same deal with Papa John's when I worked at Papa John's down in New Ken. And we were originally owned, it was a franchise. We were originally owned by, and then they sold it to this like Indian entrepreneurs or whatever, franchisees. And the one guy, he kind of looked like an orangutan, because like he came in and he was like really short, and his arms were like super long, like big and long, and his like wrists actually dragged across the floor when he walked.
What the fuck? What?
I'll make fun of these pieces of shit because they pissed me off. That was, and then I'm assuming the guy who went by who bought us out was
Bacon Burger,
because he was the one who pretty much oversaw everything going on there. He had this obsession with us. When we get a call, we have to answer and try and upsell some bullshit, right? So he had them taped to the monitors so that we remember to read it off.
Jesus.
Every time we get a call.
Yeah.
I'll get a call, I'll start reading off the promotion, and he has a camera set up in the store so he can watch it from home. He doesn't do any work. He just sits at home and watches us work obsessively over the cameras.
Wild.
So he'll see us answer the phone, and then he'll call us on the other line. And what we have to do when another line starts ringing, we gotta be like, oh, hey, can you hold, please? Put it on hold, answer the other line. Hey, Papa John's, can you hold, please? Get back to, and then answer them in the order, complete the calls in the order that you get them in.
Whoa.
So, get a call, start reading off the promotions, and then another call comes in. Oh, can you hold, please? Hey, Will, I'm just making sure. Did you make sure to read the promotion to the I'm like, I was in the middle of it before you fucking interrupted me.
Jesus Christ.
He would do that. Every 2 calls, he would do that.
Oh my God, man.
And, yeah, no, he was just so obsessive over shit that it interfered with our work. But in terms of, like, money, so first we ran out of all the, like, when our trucks came in, we got a lot of soda. Like, so much we'd stock up the cooler, that would be full, and then we have to pack the rest into the walk-in. We were set on soda for a while.
Yeah.
But once we ran out of it, and for how frequently the truck comes, it's hard to run out of those.
Right.
But we ran out of them really quick. Now we don't have sodas to sell to people. We have, like, not even half a fridge left of soda. And then we ran out of, like, cheese, pepperoni,
Staples.
toppings, sauce. The only thing we were consistently getting in was dough. But you can't just have a dough pizza.
It's just bread.
Why don't we have any fucking product? Well, it's because he wants to make money, but he doesn't want to spend it.
Yeah.
So now his idea is like, you just keep making money, keep making money, keep making money. Like, that's how America works, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But now he doesn't have product to sell, so you can't make money.
Yeah.
So his course of action was, we don't have product to make money. We need to keep making money. So let's start laying off employees. So like half the, almost all but one driver got laid off. A couple of the managers got, like, shift supervisors got laid off. Over half the, like, store employees, like, in-store, got laid off, including myself.
Bro.
And it didn't take long till that place just got gone. They tore it out of there because can't afford to keep it open at this point.
Can't afford any of the bills.
He expects to keep making money, not spend any money to make money, and then he loses money.
That's so...
I don't understand companies doing that. It's a really bad way to run a business.
Yeah.
And like I said, DoorDash is in the same direction now.
What a sad.
But from what I've experienced with like these like food delivery apps, though, they have Jesus Christ. Fuck. I should call the cops on him.
Yeah.
And go banging on his door.
Be like, hey, you fucking hear you down there. The fuck's going on?
Oh, fuck that guy. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, these like food delivery apps, they have a pattern I've noticed. If you order from a restaurant, you've already spent your money. Whether or not the order makes it to your door, they have this like procedure where they don't give you your money back. At least in my experience. I don't know if you've ordered from DoorDash. Usually I have to fight to get my money back. Like with Grubhub, DoorDash, I've never really had that much of an issue with Uber Eats. But Grubhub and DoorDash, they do everything they can to avoid refunding you. And they'd be like, oh yeah, we'll give you 5% off your next order. I'm like, I don't want 5% off my next order if I'm not going to fucking get it.
Yeah.
What's the fucking point? You're still taking my money and I ain't getting shit.
The funny thing is they'll do this thing where they're like, would you, because I've gotten a refund from DoorDash before, I think a couple of times actually, because like they'll forget an item or it'll get to me like 3 hours later and it's fucking like cold and I'm like, that's, you know, something probably happened there, whatever, I'm not too mad about it. But I'll get the refund going for whatever was missing or for the entire order if it was just a fuck up, and then or if I never get it.
How does that work? Like, do you usually have to call them up and like?
You can file it
really
through the app.
With them?
You can file it through the app, and then they'll reach out to you, and then it's a whole like. I usually just do the speak with an agent via text.
That's even hard to do.
It's hard to do, but if you just have like, if you have solid like, it wasn't some weird shit. If it was just a straight up like, order never showed up, then. Oh yeah, we can confirm that never happened. Okay, cool. Here's your money back. But they'll always ask like, do you want that in DoorDash credit or do you want your like, do you want it refunded to your account? I'm like, my account, please, because I don't want
Grubhub.
I don't like. You're basically saying that the money's coming back to me to use on your app at a later date, which basically just means that the money's coming back to you anyway. Thing is, I'm gonna order from fucking DoorDash again, so it's not like, you know, not like they're not gonna make money from me again in the future. But
Grubhub, I went like semi-Karen on them because I ordered Uncle Chen's.
Oh hell yeah!
And the driver ended up coming by, like, to my apartment. He listed the order as like dropped off, but then he took it home and ate it. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I got hold of Grubhub. I'm like, yo, your driver just like stole my food. It's not here. He was trying to like, you know, avoid escalating it. I'm like, I want to fucking escalate it. I'm like, because he was trying to avoid like any kind of help. And I was like, well, here's the problem. You guys have my money, and I don't have my food.
Yeah.
So something has to be done, you know?
Yeah.
Not to sound like a Karen, but, you know, you need to rectify the situation.
Yeah.
And he's like, pondering it for a while, and he's like, I can give you 5% off of your next order. I'm like, what's the point of whether you give me 5% off or 90% off? Either way, I'm still giving you money and I'm not getting my shit.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm never going to order from you again. I'm like, so I want either my money back, or I can make a really big deal out of this.
Yeah.
Because, like...
I mean, it's the internet. You can make a huge deal out of anything.
Yeah. He kept trying to avoid it so much until the point I was like, or I can just file a lawsuit against you guys. I don't know. And then I hate saying that. I hate being that guy. But sometimes it works.
Yeah, definitely.
And he just immediately is like, let me talk to my supervisor real quick. And then he got him on the phone after holding for a little bit. He's like, so we got you a refund. Full amount plus some extra. Like, I think hush money.
Oh my fucking god.
I was like, all right, yeah, bet.
Damn.
I was like, I'll just go down to Uncle Chen's and buy it myself.
Yeah. And I have gas money now.
And I have gas. Well, I wasn't even driving at the time.
Yeah.
That's why I still live downtown.
Okay. That's fucking hilarious, though. Jesus.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, they do everything they can to try and avoid refunding you. And I think that's the only reason why they're... I think that's their only, like, safety measure.
Yeah.
Is making sure that their customer service employees avoid giving out refunds.
Right.
Any form of, well, you can give them a discount or store credit, but don't give them back their money. We need that.
It's like, nah.
Well, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back with a movie review.
Okay.
A very controversial take, apparently, on a movie review. Hey guys, me again. Just checking in to see how you're enjoying the episode. I know it's not the trendiest thing right now, but better late than never, right? Unlike some services, we actually deliver, and it won't cost you a dime. But we gladly take tips in the form of red buttons. Specifically red buttons that have the word subscribe on them. But I won't pressure you too much about it, because we're not Starbucks baristas either. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Now, enjoy this movie review. There's always some new fucking input code to start recording.
A new Konami code.
Speaking of input codes, you know what I was just thinking about? The people on that submarine, if they had just like pressed L1, R1, up, down, right, triangle, X square, R2, and then start, they probably could have reversed that whole...
I hate you. Oh, yeah.
Grand Theft Auto cheat sound.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, yeah.
Activated rocket launchers on submarine.
The fuck was the one? R2, R2, L1, R2, up, down, left, right.
That's invincibility. No.
That's all guns and all guns and ammo.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, all guns and weapons.
Yeah.
No, my favorite
all weapons and ammo.
My favorite one, because it would glitch up the game so much. Super Punch.
What?
I think it's only in San Andreas, but there's a Super Punch code. And then you punch somebody and they go flying, right? There's a...
Oh, yeah?
It's fucking hilarious to begin with, but one time I glitched the game because I punched this guy and he went flying, and just like right at the same time I punched him and sent him rocketing off down the street, these two cars collide with each other, but they collided just in time to like catch him between the two cars. So he just like between the cars like
yeah.
I was like, this is the best thing ever.
Jesus.
I love this fucking cheat code. Oh, yeah, cheat codes for submarines.
Hell yeah.
Which brings me into before we do our last topic of the night, I want to do a
Conspiracy of the Week.
Oh god.
What kind of conspiracy can you make out of the submarine?
They were trying to die? I don't know.
not much
It
to
was a
work with
suicide.
there.
Yeah.
This conspiracy actually comes from somebody I know. The post, I'm not even gonna dig for it. I'm just gonna paraphrase. It said, there's no footage of the people entering the submarine, so who's to say it really actually happened? I'm like, well, what would they get out of that?
They can fake their deaths and move away. They have enough money to do it. And then they can move off the
And
grid.
that's what I was waiting for, Tristan. Take it away.
They move off the grid. They find a better life. They don't pay taxes here anymore. All that money. They probably okay. If we find out at a later date that all that money is like got like dumped into some kind of fund or whatever, and then if we find out,
they could have been in some kind of like legal trouble too.
Yeah,
that kid, he was like mad stalker creep because like after like while they were down in the sub, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in the show, but yeah, there was just the internet just decided to start digging up so much shit on him, and they just found that he's like the biggest piece of shit.
Yeah, no, you told me about that, and I was just trying to look it up. I was trying to find out if they had any like known like legal issues and shit like that, but
or even at least something like alleged.
Yeah, at least like
something
reputation
the fuck
ruining.
These people were until the like 5 days ago.
It's also really fucking funny that like,
and then all of a sudden, I just saw a video that's like explaining this whole fucking backstory about him. I'm like, wait, I don't even know who these fucking people are, but apparently he's a fucking stalker.
And it's, I don't know, it's at that point where it's like, well, okay, people keep talking about the why they're real human beings and they really died. Why are we laughing about this? And it's like, dog,
we just watched the critical video.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, it's also like, well, yeah, people are like, well, they were horrible people, and then other people are like, well, they were still human. That doesn't matter, even if they weren't, or whatever. Even if they were the worst people, it's like, all right, cool, yeah. But also, it's 2023, and we're all so desensitized because every day we wake up and say, oh man, we could.
I think the only reason it's such a big deal is like because it's not. Oh Jesus Christ!
Are you fucking kidding me, Will? Phone's on silent.
It was an alarm.
Phone's on silent.
I can't silence an alarm. But I think the only reason people are taking this more seriously is how often do you see a skull implosion?
Fucking hell, dude. Jesus Christ.
I think we're only desensitized to the things we deal with
That's
more.
Such a fucking... That's a wild thing. Oh, that was in mediocre taste.
Mediocre taste. I thought that was pretty clever.
That was a good one. Oh, no, I fucking...
That is a highbrow joke. Yeah, no, conspiracy of the week. That's
No, they faked their deaths so they could get off the grid. Because you gotta, like, nobody can be that stupid, right? Like,
yeah, to get on.
You have billions of dollars.
I can't.
You can't be that dumb.
I was about to say I can't imagine a rich person being that stupid, but then again, that's like all rich people.
Yeah. Well, they're just sheltered from the rest of the world.
Fucking, what was her name? Kylie Jenner? Was it Kylie Jenner? Or one of
Which
them?
Which one?
The one who made a GoFundMe to make her the richest woman in the world.
I had no idea about that.
You didn't know about that?
No.
Yeah, it was like one of the Jenners set up a GoFundMe, and literally it was just titled, "Help make me the richest woman in the world." And I don't know what's worse, rich people or poor people, because, like, who the fuck donates to that? Everybody's fucking fuck it, everybody's a fucking retard except for me.
Yeah. I'm not crazy. Everybody else is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, that was a while ago. I didn't know you... I thought I was out of the loop on things, man. Where have you been?
I genuinely don't know, because I just don't pay attention to pop culture anymore. I stopped. It's really hard to, like, keep up with half of it, because it makes my brain hurt, man.
Yeah, it makes my brain hurt too, but, like, bitching about it helps relieve it. It's like kind of like farting into a balloon. And then your brain is that balloon. It's, like, so full of fart, and it hurts. And then you just, like, open up the balloon. That's you bitching. Relieve all that pressure. That's the nice thing about having a podcast. I can bitch about whatever I want, and people are gonna hate me for it later, like making fun of a bunch of billionaires dying on a sub in song.
In song, in parody song, for a movie that is,
and a Homer Simpson impression as well.
Yeah.
But I don't care. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I just don't really fucking...
You want to elaborate on that conspiracy, or are we done?
I think we're good there. I honestly have nothing much more to say.
Well, that was...
Conspiracy of the Week!
I feel like that segment is dying.
Oh, no, this segment's only getting started.
Okay.
I think it has potential.
It can stick around for a little bit longer. We'll see.
I think it exploits how easy it is to make a fucking big deal out of nothing. Because that was the whole thing I noticed. Like, you remember the whole fucking... There was, like, the Epstein thing happened, and then everybody was bitching about Wayfair cabinets, and then somehow...
Oh, shit! I forgot about that.
And then somehow Tom Cruise was involved in all of it.
Yep.
They're like, Tom Cruise is making tweets. And it's... They don't say anything particularly suspicious, but it's the fact that he's tweeting during a time.
He's tweeting. What's going on?
People are actually talking while this Jeffrey Epstein case is going on. Nothing he says is actually suspicious, but it's the fact that he's active on Twitter while it's happening.
It's
and I'm going to make a big fucking deal about it. Exactly. That's
mind-boggling to me, dude. That's
the whole point of Conspiracy of the Week, is just to showcase how easy it is to make a big fucking deal out of something. Because I guarantee you, once we get an audience of fucking conservatives, dude.
I don't want that audience, dog. Y'all can keep yourself.
I honestly don't even care. Have fun. That's what this podcast is about, anyway. But, no, the Tom Cruise thing, I decided to look into that, because, like, this is when I started to, like, catch on to all this shit. I'm like, man, this seems, like, everything that's been happening the last, like, 8 years now is really blown out of proportion. Especially, like, it all started when I was noticing, like, things being taken out of context, and, like, how easy it is to manipulate, like, the entire country.
Yeah.
Based off of one thing out of context. It was my old neighbor, rest in peace, I love her, but still I have to put her on blast for this, because there was a thing, I don't even remember what they were saying. Essentially what happened was somebody was saying that Donald Trump said something really fucking stupid, like, beyond, like, you know, the stupid shit he already says.
Mm-hmm.
Something that was just, like, you know, impeach him stupid. And I'm like, yeah, that's a little ridiculous. Even with the kind of shit Trump says, I doubt he said that. And then my neighbor was like, no, he actually said it on live television. Look it up. And then I watched the entire speech from that day. Not once did he said it.
Yeah.
It's just somebody took a screenshot and then made, like, a fake article.
Yeah.
And said that he said this.
Yeah.
Even though even if you watch the entire video,
yeah,
he doesn't mention that. I can't even remember what he said word for word. Once I find it on my Facebook, I'll probably bring it up again. But Yeah, they just made a fake article, threw in some stupid ass quote that he never said, and then everybody took it and ran with it. And they're like, he actually said this. I'm like, but no, he didn't. Look,
Yeah.
here's a video of that entire speech.
Yeah.
Not once. And it's so easy to just take that and run with it.
Yeah. Well, fucking.
And it goes on both sides, whether you're liberal or you're conservative. Somebody wants to take something they see and really want to believe that it's fucking true.
Fucking,
Because it fuels their hatred and makes them feel validated.
Yeah.
But
I was about to say, because you brought up cutting things out of context, and fucking they touched on that in 2004 with a movie called Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed, where
wait, what'd they do with that?
Fucking they're getting interviewed, and they fucked up a case or whatever, but they're interviewing Fred on live TV, and he's just like, you guys are just trying to twist my words around to make everything I say sound like I think Coolsville sucks. And then they cut out Coolsville
It's like
sucks.
Schoolville sucks.
Yeah.
That's how it is, though.
It's so simple to do that too.
It is very simple.
And you would think people would stop falling for it because of how simple it is to do. Because you can just do your own research, dog. Look at the real.
If I see a video and they're like, "Oh, somebody said this," and even if they got a clip of them saying it, I'm gonna go back and watch that video and get the full context before I make any kind of judgment.
Yeah,
that's always been my thing. Like, I'm very heavy. Like, I don't even care how long the fucking video is.
No,
it could be a 3-hour and 4-minute podcast.
Is that where the fuck we're at?
And going.
Well, you're gonna cut probably some of it, but
no, but yeah, I'll watch the whole damn thing just to make sure I got the full context of the situation.
Now, if Trump comes out and says, "I'm gay and I do like cock," I'm not gonna go back and watch that. I'm just gonna take that word for word and be like, Trump is gay, and I'm gonna spread that everywhere because that'd be funny. Isn't he like super hetero?
I don't think so.
He did say, well, he had all that underground
like,
fucking audio recording of him.
Well, I think he even
grabbed by
came
the
out and
pussy.
was like, "Yeah, I did some shit back in the day."
Grab her by the pussy.
We like to do a little bit of trolling. We like to do a little bit of butt fucking.
I like to suck a little bit of penis. Oh.
We like to suck a little bit of cock, okay?
We like to do a little bit of pegging.
We like to do a little bit of pegging.
Little, Oh, man, what a guy.
You said I was straight? Fake news.
Fake news.
Like a very flamboyant. Fake news.
Fake news.
Trump just comes out as gay.
Just
you thought I was married to her? Fake news.
That was a cover.
That was a cover-up by the government. It's actually the government. They want the president to be straight. Not me.
Not me. I will not stand for it anymore.
The Illuminati's puppet masters, okay? They put on fake media to... I don't even know.
Why can't we? Neither of us can do a Trump impression.
I thought that was a pretty good Trump. I was trying to do a gay Trump, though.
Yeah, but yeah, that's fair. I wish I was from fucking... I wish I was from a cool part of New York, dude.
Huh?
I wish I was from a cool part of New York.
The cool part of New York?
Yeah. Well, I was from like the fucking Bronx or something.
Go! Part of New York.
Yeah, that
Hey!
one. Hey!
Gay guy!
I'm
Get
gonna
over
gay
here,
bash.
let me you.
Get over here, I'm gonna...
Come here, I'm gonna fuck you. Oh no.
Yeah. Nah, I think it'd be cool if I was if I was from like Queensbridge.
That reminds me of this topic, but I'm not even gonna cover that. I'll brief it because I saw it this morning. It was like ABC News or something, and this guy went on the news. He's like, he had like burns on his body and shit, and he's like, yeah, some homophobes came out in the middle of the street, and for some reason, I guess straight homophobes just carry bottles of gasoline on them. Like bottles like this, full of gasoline.
It could have been
and just
an intentional
throw
go
them
out.
at people that they assume are gay.
What a wild.
But he's like, he said they threw this bottle of a liquid at him and he didn't know what it was. He thought it was just water. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they didn't hold a flame up to him or anything. It just combusted into flames.
What?
Yeah. No pilot or anything. He just combusted because he had a liquid thrown at him.
Okay.
He's like, oh, this is definitely a targeted attack. I think they're doing it because it's Pride Day and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, right off the bat, that sounds wild. But okay. More information about it came out later that day. And ABC came back and they're just like, yeah, so we got an update on that whole situation. The police responded to an incident where a pregnant woman was being assaulted by a man. And the camera footage shows that this woman, in self-defense, normally you would think a woman would like twist and pull.
That's fair, but
Kick
it's
him in
also
the
hard to
balls.
do, especially when you're pregnant.
Yeah. Well, she pulled out a fucking makeshift flamethrower apparently and burned this guy to a crisp in self-defense. They have camera footage of it. I don't know what. Usually you pull out a shank or like one of those little fucking keychain jabby doohickeys.
Those
No,
don't
she had a
fucking
full on torched this guy as he's like assaulting her, right?
Yeah.
And he runs off. And then the police said about like 5-10 minutes later or something, they got a call that some guy was set on fire by some like homophobes on the street.
What?
And it turned out that they looked over the camera footage and confirmed that it was the same guy.
Whoa.
So he got set on fire for attacking a pregnant woman. She set him on fire in self-defense,
Hell
which is
yeah.
fucking wild.
Hell yeah.
And then he called the police and said that
He
some
was getting
strangers threw gasoline at him, and without even holding like a lighter up to him or anything, he just combusted into flames.
It's like, listen,
The way he explained it too, he was just like gets hit with the water bottle, like boom, and he's like, gas, woof.
but whoa.
Like the fucking Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah. Yeah, like, oh my god, that's fucking funny. Oh.
Fucking poison.
Damn, what a fucking asshole.
Oh, that actually kind of reminds me now. You ever watch those like lost media icebergs?
Yeah.
Did you ever see the one SpongeBob one that got removed because of 9/11?
What?
It is wild because I thought this was a fever dream because I seen it when I was younger, and there's so much like scenes cut out of SpongeBob now because they're trying to move toward more politically correct, and
yeah.
somehow old SpongeBob cartoons are offensive somehow.
Probably in some ways, yeah, because there's a lot more now to work with, but yeah.
But yeah, when I was younger,
SpongeBob,
there's
only two genders, Patrick.
Huh?
Never mind.
There's only two genders, Patrick.
That's the controversial shit from back in the day.
If I was a mom, this would be embarrassing.
Oh, you know what?
You can't be fat and hairy as a woman.
Yeah, wow.
That's embarrassing. Anyway, so this episode, like, again, I thought it was like a fever dream, but like, then I was like, I wouldn't put it past them, the way they take out fucking scenes. But this is way, like, how old was I? I want to say I was like 7 years old. And it was the episode where Squidward, he gets addicted to the Krabby Patty. I can't fucking talk. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Krabby Patties. Squidward gets addicted to the crab. It's like, I gotta have more.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a quote from him, but yeah, I remember that episode.
He does. He goes, I gotta have more. I've gotta have more. But But he runs to the Krusty Krab in the middle of the night, and that's like, you remember the scene? He goes into the patty vault.
Yeah. He's like eating them like Pac-Man and everything.
Right between the scene where he leaves his house and where he gets into the Krabby Vault, there's an entire scene where he goes to the Krusty Krab. He goes into the front door, and then a bucket falls down off the top of the door, and then he goes, "Wait a minute, that smells like gas." And then a little like machine hand comes over with a match, drops it, and blows Squidward up, and then he runs into the kitchen before going to the patty vault. And so he runs into the kitchen. Another bucket just drops on the floor, and then that explodes.
What the fuck?
They removed that because of 9/11 because it involved 2 explosions.
Was that a thing? Are you fucking...
That's a real thing.
Why did...
I'm not even gaslighting you this time. That was real.
That's a fucking
and
wild thing to include in an episode in the first place.
Well, it's a lot funnier if you watch it. There's like this gag, that SpongeBob does.
Yeah, no, I know. They beat down on Squidward
because
I
think the setup, or I think the
character.
punchline was like, Mr. Krabs has like really terrible security at the Krusty Krab, so his security is a fucking bucket of gasoline
and a match.
I think that was the gag or the punchline to that joke.
Yeah.
But that entire scene was cut out, so now when you watch it now, Squidward runs out of his house, tiptoes past SpongeBob's house, continues to run, gets to the Krusty Krab, and then he's immediately in the patty vault.
Yeah.
And SpongeBob's like, "You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?"
I remember that episode. It's just, oh.
Yeah, no, that whole scene. And I thought it was like a fever dream. And then I saw, like, Blame It on Jorge or whatever his name is, George. You never watched those?
What?
It was either Blame It on Jorge or Scare Theater. Or it could have even been Chills. It's one of them. But they did this whole Lost Media iceberg thing. No. And there's actually a rip of that scene. I think it's like a VHS rip. I'm like, oh my fucking god. I was like, I've been watching that episode, like, edited all this time, and I knew that scene was in there. I fucking knew it. That's wild.
Thought he was crazy.
I thought I was crazy, but it's all... You're all crazy. You're the crazy ones. I'm not crazy.
Oh, man.
I don't know how we got on that, but,
Lost Media.
Oh, well. We were talking about Tom Hanks, but I think I pretty much covered that. Like, well, I guess I didn't really mention the Tom Hanks thing. I decided to dig into that and, like, see where all this, like, conspiracy was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And it was some, like, Middle Eastern dude. Like, not even in America. He was still in whatever country he lived in, right? And he pretty much had the same idea as me. Like, wow, a two-party system will fucking tear each other apart if you introduce, like, I don't know, bait.
Yeah.
So he just, like, made this random accusation that Tom Hanks had something to do with the fucking... He was, like, really close to the Clintons and had something to do with Epstein, and he was involved with the Wayfair thing. And there was, like, nothing to back it. It was just, like, a random accusation from some Redditor.
Just from left field, yeah.
And all these conservatives, I guess because Tom Hanks is a liberal, they just took that and ran with it. And I'm like, after I read that, I was like, wow. They'll just really make a fucking mountain out of nothing, won't they?
Oh, yeah. Easy.
I should probably just every time just mention a disclaimer that I have no liability for whatever fucking nonsense comes out of this segment. It's simply just...
You can be held liable.
I'm not claiming any liability. This is satire.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, but Zuck being a fucking hive mind isn't.
Well, that's actually real.
Oh my fuck.
It's evident. How is he in so many places at one time? There's different models. Like the one that's gonna fight Elon, that's their combat model. That's one of the ones they built for the war. That will inevitably happen in 2038.
Okay.
Maybe sooner if the hive mind gets stronger. It's absorbing information, very classified information about everybody right now.
It's the most Alex Jones thing you've ever said.
I almost 100% believe that Mark Zuckerberg is just Skynet.
Oh.
That's why they created Meta. It's the merge. The merge before the boom. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
All right. Now that we got that all out of the way.
Who's going to be our Terminator?
Huh?
Who's going to be our Terminator?
Like the Terminator?
Yeah.
Oh, they're just Zuckerborgs. Zuckerbots.
No, like who's going to be our Arnold?
Like John Connor or the Terminator?
Hold on.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was the Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's going to be our number one?
Well, they all look the same. They're just Zuckerbergs.
True. Who was it? Was it the second one with the...
Just picture a bunch of, like, an army of Mark Zuckerbergs going around with, like, wrist cannons and laser blasting everybody.
And then one of them goes AWOL.
Wiping out the world. No, they're all gonna be triggered just like the clones in Order 66.
Well, yeah.
Whenever the hive mind realizes that it's time, the Zuck, if you will, Meta.
This is such a...
It'll initiate the death sequence.
No, the warfare protocol.
It'll hack all the passwords to every nuclear silo in the world and set them all off at the same time, and any survivors will be wiped out by Zuckerborgs. Z1000s.
Oh god. Alright.
I'm laughing to hide the pain because I know it's gonna be miserable. Because if they don't kill us, they're just gonna put us into work camps.
Do you understand how many things are potentially...
And we will be slaves to keep maintaining them.
The amount of things that are potentially going to kill us in this day and age is too many for me to even care anymore.
Too many Zucks? I think that's the biggest threat right now.
The Zucks? Not the fucking volcano that could destroy the planet.
Yeah, right.
My God. You don't believe in that, but
even
you believe
if Beetlejuice goes supernova, it's not gonna be that bad. We're gonna get wiped out by Meta.
The sun's overdue to explode.
That is true, but I think Meta will do it first.
Oh my fucking God. You know what? Here.
Now, if you're wondering who our John Connor is gonna be,
yeah, that one.
If Elon Musk doesn't get killed in the ring, probably him.
They're not gonna kill Elon in the ring. That is not gonna happen.
I think he will. I think it's
Zuck isn't gonna accidentally snap his fucking neck. Do you know how bad that's gonna look for everybody?
Titanium alloy. Titanium exoskeleton.
Okay, but he would hold back. He would hold back so he didn't kill him.
No. You know how strong those Zuckerborgs are?
But he would hold back. Like, Goku can pull a punch. Also, who's to say that Musk isn't also... Have you seen his fucking refrigerator chest? The boy looks like a Tesla model.
It's a titanium-based alloy called Colton. Highly durable and extremely resistant to heat.
Elon Musk looks like a Tesla truck. Who's to say he's not a Transformer?
Listen, that Tesla truck, I think it was trying to get people's attention. Like, we built a truck out of the material used to make Zuckerborgs. And the trucks are... You remember in the beginning of Terminator? When they're trying to outrun the ships and they have those trucks driving around shooting laser cannons off of them? Those are going to be the Tesla trucks. And they're made of the titanium alloy that are used to produce Zuckerborgs.
Uh-huh.
It will be our only mode of transportation and defense whenever the time comes.
I don't believe you.
Is there any other reason you can think of that he would make a truck that indestructible?
It's not even that indestructible.
It's intended to be.
He literally dropped a marble on the glass and it fucking shattered.
They're fixing that up.
You know what?
Listen, there's only one reason to make a truck that durable, and it is to survive
truck durable.
The Zuckerberg invasion.
You're so
Judgment
truck
Day.
durable, babe.
Huh?
You're so truck durable, babe.
You're so truck durable.
Yeah,
right.
no, he's our John Connor. I will be our Sarah Connor.
If he's not our John Connor, he's definitely a
meaning
a
want
pioneer.
to
A pioneer in the Zucker Wars.
I fucking hate this. This is such a.
Do you want to move on to Cocaine Bear?
Oh, is that the shitty movie you were talking about?
Yes, sir, it is.
I thought it was okay, but I really did not like the writing was awful.
It's so bad. Listen, I want to bitch about it on here because apparently if you express your opinion about Cocaine Bear and you don't say that it's good and Elizabeth Banks is a fucking genius and restored movies to its former glory, then you are an enemy of the fucking state. Because I finally watched this fucking thing. I was hesitant to do so because Elizabeth Banks has this god-awful opinion of herself.
But she...
So, before, when they were promoting Cocaine Bear, she really had the audacity to do this interview. She's like, I did this thing that nobody has ever thought of doing before, and that's to take a horror movie and a comedy movie and then put them together. So, like, kind of a horror comedy movie. I'm like...
Are you fucking...
Evil Dead?
I think she
You ever watch Evil Dead? You ever watch Beetlejuice?
I think she was maybe just being ironic there.
I don't think she was being ironic. She seemed very serious and, like, gloating and patting herself on the back. She's like, I took a horror and a comedy, and nobody's ever thought of this before.
I feel like
I
maybe
made
you
a
got
horror
baited.
comedy.
I think
It's revolutionary. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bitch. What?
I think she baited you.
Fuck her then.
I think she might have baited you. Because there's no way she believes that a horror comedy has never been made before.
She sure acted like it.
Well, yeah, that's the point of baiting. You gotta
Fucking
act like it's
stupid.
real. Elizabeth...
But, she's not even a good fucking writer.
Oh, yeah, no, she really isn't, but...
She did the really bad Charlie's Angels reboot, Pitch Perfect 2. Those are the only two movies she directed as far as I know. That she was in
what movies
Hunger
was she
Games.
in? Yeah.
Zack and Marie Make a Porno.
Oh, she was my... Yeah.
Yeah. She's a terrible actor, too. I don't know what's worse, her directing or her acting. Okay, we're back.
God fucking damn it, dude.
I gotta stop throwing shit.
You do. Alright.
Who's from, anyway, Cocaine Bear.
Mediocre at best.
I wouldn't even say mediocre. It was just bad.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, all around bad.
The,
like, the characters... Can we talk about how... Am I... Okay. The thing that pissed me off is they're setting up the... Like, they put all these characters here, and they eventually, you know, they're getting picked off, and then they start writing it, like, when they die or whatever, they start writing it like you're supposed to fucking have emotional connection with them or something. I'm like, I don't feel anything because I don't know who... I'm 2 hours into this fucking movie. I don't know who the fuck these people are still.
Yeah, that's true. It was a
They're
long
the
one.
most, like...
And it didn't cover a lot of, like, anybody's backstory or anything.
Yeah.
You just get
like
thrown
when
into
the cop
this mix.
died, I really wanted to feel bad, but I was like, wait,
Who
the
is this
fuck is
person?
he?
Yeah. Where did, like...
They're trying to go for, like, the, I don't know, the cop from fucking Falling Down, I guess.
I don't know.
Or
Bad.
some kind of story like that. They just really wanted to use what worked, but didn't know how to write it.
Cocaine Bear was an hour and 35 minutes.
Hour 35.
It felt way longer.
It's actually upsetting that that's Ray Liotta's last movie.
Really?
Ugh. He died.
Oh.
He died like right after.
I didn't hear shit about that. What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
Which is weird because I didn't even realize Ray Liotta was that old. He was in Goodfellas. He's still pretty young in that one, I'm pretty sure. He's not. He wasn't that old. He's about as. He's younger than most actors that are still. Oh my god, he was 67 years old. Damn, that's young.
Yeah. Very.
Especially for an Italian.
Respiratory issues.
Yeah, that'll do it. Pneumonia.
Acute heart failure. Pulmonary edema.
Pulmonary. I don't know what that fuck that. Pulmonary edema.
Edema.
Like flushing your asshole out.
No. edema.
Oh.
I don't know.
I really want to tear into this movie because it was just so bad. But like the minute I say something, I announced on Facebook, I'm like, I finally watched Cocaine Bear, and it's a lot worse than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I was like, Elizabeth Banks should be fucking embarrassed with herself.
I thought it was gonna be funny, to be honest. Like,
I thought it was gonna be funny too.
I thought it was gonna be way more like light and funny, but it just turned into a slasher, and then it just turned into a like emotionally not twisted, but like trying to grab at some strings, that weren't there to begin with, and then just.
They're like, oh, you need to feel bad about this character, Don. I'm like, I don't know who this character is.
Yeah,
even though I almost at the end of the fucking movie, I don't know who these people are.
Right.
Because, like, literally, you introduce them, kind of, and then you're like, and then he did this, and then he did this, and then he did this, and then he did this. That's not how you write.
Yeah. That's just, man, that movie
Not only that, but
Ray
you
Liotta.
got, like, 5 main characters. 5 sets of main characters, if you will.
Yeah.
You got the 2 cops. You got the 2 drug dealer guys. You got the 1 drug dealer guy's dad. You got the woman and the 2 kids. That ends up being just the woman, and then just the 2 kids.
And then you got
the woman and the 2 kids again. And then they all come together.
Oh,
and then you got the park ranger lady.
Yeah. And the 3, like,
and then
boys.
you got the stoner guy.
Yeah. Wait.
Or whatever.
Oh, it was just the 3 fucking...
No, his wife died in the beginning, remember? And then they find him later, and you're like, oh, remember this guy? Remember this guy? His wife died in the beginning? Yeah, he's still here.
Oh, the fucking... Yeah, well, there's that guy, too. I was talking about the...
he just, like, had no business.
The 3 kids
there,
that got
really.
beat up in the bathroom.
In the gang.
They tried to jump O'Shea.
They're trying to put too many, like, main characters in a movie, and then you're supposed to focus on every single one of their fucking stories, and then have some kind of emotion, like, feeling whenever
Well, it's also, like, there was no point to that movie.
No.
With the coke... The bear just... It
overdosed.
Well, it's not even... It was just
the real story, a guy fucking jumped out of a plane, and he had a bunch of coke tied to him. He dropped a bunch of coke. A bear found the coke, ate all the coke, and then died immediately of a fucking overdose.
Well, yeah, I just mean...
That's it. You don't need to make a fucking movie about it. Especially if you don't know how to fucking write a movie.
Yeah. No, she did a shit show job at that. But,
Get, like, maybe 5 characters, 4 or 5 characters, all together from the start.
Even the climax of that movie didn't feel like a climax.
No, it didn't. It was so dark.
It wasn't even that, because, like, Star Wars, they do dark scenes. But, like...
No, not dark like that, but, like, visually dark.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
See shit.
Yeah.
No, this was actually bad.
Yeah.
This looked like the inside of my microphone.
Well, I saw it in theaters is the thing, and, like...
Oh, no, I watched that shit on Peacock. My girlfriend's Peacock.
Okay. No, it was super, like, you knew everything was gonna be fine. Like, there was no actual, like, contention there, because the guy wasn't, like... he was just kind of like, I want my cocaine back. these kids and this mom aren't trying to take the coke. They're just trying to fucking
exist.
Yeah. So he wasn't really fucking like Ray wasn't mad at first at them. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. And then the baby bear, little cubs out of nowhere, and you're like, this is
yeah. Now you got the fucking cubs, and then now you're supposed to feel bad for the mom, I guess. And then you're like, Jesus Christ,
this is a shit show.
Can you slow the fuck down?
Yeah,
for
all
a
in
minute?
one fucking scene too.
There's like one scene I liked maybe was the dude flew out of the fucking like strapped to the stretcher, flew out of the back of the ambulance, and it was the campground lady.
Oh yeah,
And then
and
she
her
skid
fucking
across
face
the ground.
drags
That was a
across-
good kill. Other than that, this movie can suck my balls. I
Yeah.
hated that fucking movie, dude.
Yeah.
So that was so bad. But what makes me hate it even more is like people are so quick to defend it. It's like, have you ever watched a good movie?
Even regardless of the writer, even
Restoring-
if fucking Spielberg wrote that, I would have been like, bro, you fell off. What happened?
Yeah, just don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just bad. I don't know. In like 5 years, people will be like, "Oh, that was actually pretty fucking bad."
I don't know. That was bad. It was so bad.
Yeah.
It was fucking stupid. Anyway, bad movies.
Yeah.
Especially Cocaine Bear. Don't.
Yeah, that one.
Don't defend it.
That one made me. Kira didn't even fucking like it because she doesn't like shit like that too much. But
I mean, Sierra and I like love just sitting around watching like, even if it's a like corny horror movie or something, we enjoy it.
Yeah.
But like me and Sierra sat there and watched that, and both of us were just like, "The fuck!" I looked over at her when it was over. I'm like, "Did I miss something?" I'm like, "Were you paying attention that whole time?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, Did any of that make sense? She's like, "No, not at all." I'm like, those characters had like no fucking like weight to them at all, right?
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, no, that was awful." I'm like, "Okay, I thought so."
Jesus.
It was really fucking bad.
Yeah, that was a.
That same night we watched a movie called Creep. Have you watched that?
No.
Go on Netflix and watch Creep. It is some of the weirdest, like, surreal fucking serial killer, like, schizophrenic, psychological horror, found footage. It's so good. I think they're coming out with a third one.
Word.
But check them out as soon as you get a chance. Watch them with Kira.
I don't think she'll appreciate those. She likes goofy shit, but she doesn't.
I mean,
like
so do
fucking-
I, but
she doesn't like gore and fucking.
I wouldn't say this is really gory. It's actually, the second one is hilarious.
Or even
the first
like,
one is not
serious.
as on the nose, but the second one, it's so fucking funny. There's just some scenes that like, it's like really dark humor. Like this one where the guy tries to hang himself, and it was actually so fucking funny. Anyway, you gotta watch it though.
Will do.
Maybe we'll watch it sometime. But all right, that's all I got.
That's my tank. What are we at?
We're just 15 minutes shy of 4 hours.
Fucking hell, yeah. Let's
Wow, we
wrap
just
it.
spent a whole hour doing that, just getting to that last topic.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's the show. What a show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was probably the biggest challenge so far. We put a lot of work into making each episode more entertaining than the last, and I'm already hard at work making the intro to the next one. I'll give you a hint on what it is. It rhymes with Jindiana Blowns. Expect higher quality content from the new and improved Uncle Bill show, now in color. Oh, and if you enjoyed the song, make sure to show Serena some love as well. She's currently doing some AI stuff on her channel, such as the Hellraiser bit earlier. Link is in the description. See you next time.